Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Loft Talk. My name is Brandon.
My name is Shield.
You got Kyle, and today we have a little bit of a special guest coming in. We got Richard here. He's another important person in our lives. So welcome on, Rich.
Hola. Hey, I'm Rich.
All right. Do you want to give us just like a quick little rundown, maybe about yourself, maybe some of your hobbies, maybe some of your, work environment life?
Not
as far
where
as,
you work.
Yeah, not where you work currently, but some of the other stuff, because I know you're going to be bringing some of that to the table today.
A lot of people won't be favored of what I do, but I do gun tubing. So I'm a gun tuber.
Yeah.
Nice.
My name is Sias Tactical on YouTube. If you want to look me up, SIAS Tactical. If you want to go over there, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll post some good content.
Yeah. It was a good time. We actually did get an opportunity to go out with this gentleman the first time about 2 weeks ago. And I have to say it was a blast. So here's an official thanks. I appreciate taking us out and giving us a run through all of your stuff. I know it's not cheap. Metal that flies through the air really fast. The bigger it gets, the more expensive it is. And he was very willing to give us some love on that. So I'd like to say thank you. But anyway, I'm going to pass it back over to Brandon, and he's going to kick us off for today.
All right. So for our question of the week this week, it's going to be involving digital media and the way our society seems to be going towards that. A lot of companies nowadays, like Best Buy, are completely getting rid of all of their physical media. And I guess the question is, what do you guys feel about that? Because I am super opposed.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I'm going to say this. I feel negatively about it, but at the same flip of the coin, I personally can't remember the last time that I was emotionally connected to going and getting like a physical piece of media to play. Like I don't go out and buy games, but when I go to Best Buy, like I'm going to walk over there.
Yeah, I bought a physical copy of Persona 3 last night.
See, that's different. I feel like that's different. Like it's like a relic. It's a remake. They're bringing it back, and having a physical version of that means something more than like your 3 million copies of Call of Duty that has to hit the shelf.
True, but the biggest reason why I am so against digital media is because it'll get to a point where we no longer have a choice of whether it is going to be available to us at all. And the reason why I brought this whole topic up today is because there is a story going on right now currently with Crunchyroll and Funimation. So Crunchyroll recently, not recently, it's been a while, but it's been in the process, bought Funimation and they merged. So they just recently officiated the merge. And the problem is that any digital media you bought on Funimation is gone now.
Oh.
You will no longer have it. You will not have access to it. It is gone permanently.
Okay, so I've got a couple things on that. One, that's just a bad business practice. Like that's just a bad decision. That's not necessarily a caveat. That's always going to be the situation whenever companies are making this swap, right? So, one, I'd like to bring up your shirt is awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's the OG
amazing.
right there.
I've never actually seen one of those.
I love the Angry Video Game there.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's nice.
It's clean.
Very, very appropriate for today's. I saw you. I see you. Anyway, this could be taken a couple ways though. So like that situation, it sucks. Other situation, do we really care about these big box stores that already make all this money off of other stuff being the provider? And what this could do is there's other companies out there like Humble Bundle that go back and make physical media versions of games that never even got them in the first place. It could put a lot of power in their hands and actually bring up a company that gives a lot of care into making these physical forms of their media, giving them a lot more money, giving them a lot more power to do that in the space, and it might actually make it better.
I mean, yeah, but like, was it Xbox that recently just laid off their entire like physical media department?
Yes.
I mean,
and a lot of other things.
Unfortunately, it's not really the direction that right now our society is going to. I mean, because like 10 years from now, every game that I physically own, I know for a fact that I could throw that back into my console and play.
Do you have an Xbox?
No, I haven't had an Xbox since Xbox 360.
You don't like Xbox?
It's not that I don't like Xbox. It's just I haven't.
This way.
I've been a Sony boy since PS1, so it's.
I'm pretty sure What the fuck is it? You have Xbox, right?
Yeah, I have Xbox.
So isn't it something where didn't you get a notification where it's like you have to like back up your recordings or they're going to be deleted or something like that?
There was a notification where you had to like your recordings of your games that you captured.
Yeah.
And Microsoft said they were going to delete it during a time period. I don't know when, but
You think that's just like to fill up like
I
clean
think that's
server space?
part of what you guys are talking about as far as them laying off everything.
Well, yeah, it connects to it because the whole like, you never really truly own a digital media. Like you can have the physical copy, like a copy on your computer, and
People just need to get used to not owning their stuff they buy.
Exactly. But the thing like is like if any of the services that provide you that thing go away and you no longer have access to that, like you don't already have it downloaded, you've lost it forever. Like for example, game wise that I like to bring up is PT. If you guys remember PT, Hideo Kojima was going to make a Silent Hills game. And he made a playable teaser called PT.
Yeah. They're actually making another one. They're making another
but
playable.
without Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
The problem is that the only way for you to play that now is if you had a console that had it already downloaded on it when they took it off the thing. So it is, you can't ever download it. Even if you had bought it before, or not bought it, but downloaded it before and got rid of it because we don't have infinite space.
Yeah.
I own over 700 games on my PlayStation 5. I don't have all 700 games downloaded. Sometimes you got to make decisions, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have an external hard drive for my PlayStation just to have as many games as possible on there, and it's pretty much full, and so is my base console. And there's still like 100 games that I don't have downloaded. Now,
but see, the cool thing is that you made the right decision. Sony probably wasn't going to do this. Like they're not in a position to lose that kind of credibility, bro. And also, it sounds like a Kojima move to rip something from the hands of the people because it's artistic.
he didn't do it. When they decided to cancel the game, they just got rid of the Konami did.
Oh. Well, but like that could bring
PT?
Yeah.
You've never seen PT?
I mean, if you pull it up on your screen, I can just see it from here. You don't have to pull it up.
I don't know if there would be a trailer because the
There's
game
not a
itself
trailer.
was a trailer. It was a playable teaser.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty much you just like walked around and
as Norman Reedus.
and you
I just
like
have no
picked up
reference.
things and there was
It was amazing.
it was a maze.
Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was also amazing. I loved the shit out of it. And I never really played a Silent Hill game before that. Mm-hmm. And I was super excited. It got me so excited that I started trying to play the old games.
Right.
Was it in first person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
With the baby?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The fetus, like the
yeah. Yep.
aborted fetus baby. Yes.
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 Yeah. Lots of bathroom scenes.
This is
Yeah.
some Slenderman stuff, man. You're saying?
Yeah, it is.
It's some like backrooms shit.
Yeah, dude. It was great. It was one hallway the entire time.
Are you
Yeah.
seeing the Unreal Engine put out games that are even more realistic than that was?
Well, we're gonna see essentially a recreation of something that playable trailer style soon in Unreal.
I
Yeah.
can imagine.
Yeah.
And it's gonna even look better because that.
Oh no, it's not Unreal.
Unreal
Is it
Engine.
Unreal?
Unreal 5, right? Isn't that the latest one?
It is on
Unreal 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That game that you guys are talking about, that game looked amazing. Like for me, that was as high as you could go as far as graphic wise.
Well,
yeah.
Kojima's always been like that though. Like his Fox engine has been top tier ever since 4.
It's real life.
And his new game that he's going to come out with, his new espionage game, he said that people are not going to be able to tell whether, like, your parents are going to think you're watching a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it looks right now.
Is it playing off Metal Gear?
He has no legal rights to that, but it is an espionage game. And it's called like Fizzant or something.
Yeah. Yeah. He said that it's gonna like stir the pot and like change what everyone considers to be like an espionage game.
Yeah. Well,
which
I mean,
is cool.
Kojima's the kind of guy you either love him or hate him. I mean, his games are very, very.
Why would you hate him?
Because I could see why people would think Death Stranding was boring.
Okay. So I guess to kind of like sum up a little bit of this, I could see it going two ways. There are tons of downsides from these larger corporations that, you know, only supply us our entertainment media that are going only digital. I think it's going to put a lot of power into some other more passionate companies to make the physical media. It might be a time where the physical media that we get is going to be a lot of indie games for sure, which is cool. You know, rise of the indie games, man. Like, shout out the Switch. I think that like gave a platform to a lot of indie developers to make way more like big moves. And then don't look at me, Vitea. Another huge indie dev team, you know, making games that smack like Pal World did on the charts, you know, like it's going to happen. But do you need a physical version of that? No, you don't.
I do. I always try to get a physical copy of a game.
You need a physical version of Pal World.
If I would, yeah. Any game that I would want, like that I want to be able to play again, like without having to worry about whether it's going to be available or not, I always get a physical copy.
But for physical copies, do you think they download quicker than digital?
No, it has nothing to do with downloading. It's having it accessible. So 10 years from now, when the servers that are providing Pale World are gone,
Yeah.
and if you don't already have it downloaded, it's
game's gone. Yeah. No,
like,
no, for real.
It's like
But you couldn't even have some of these games like physical. Like some of these games just like they can't be.
I'm not advocating for physical only. I'm advocating for both. What we have been doing up until this point. The problem is that almost every company seems to be going the opposite direction of digital only.
Yeah.
Which it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
It's going to get to the point where like right now, one of my favorite games of all time is a PS2 game called Rowdy Out of Stories. If I want to play that shit, yes, there's emulators and stuff.
Right.
But if I want to play it, I grab my copy, I get my PS2, boom, right now. And well, how long ago was that? Like,
yeah. And the developers of the game are appreciating you in big ways right now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, do we want people to play our stuff illegally or not?
Yeah, no, I 100% would rather play it on the original hardware because that's the way it was intended to be played.
100%. And I mean, like, man, like the backwards compatibility thing, you know, like not every game can be ported over and over and over and over to this next gen. You know, I mean, it's not going to happen.
Red Dead Redemption, it just for the first time like ever got ported.
Yeah.
It's like two generations later.
Yeah, but you know who really liked that because it probably had a big boom in sales? The stockholders.
Rockstar, yeah. No, that's fine. I'm not against porting like at all.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Wait, what's porting?
It's them just bringing a game from a certain console or platform to another console or platform. Nowadays, it's a lot more popular in terms of bringing like a PS4 game to a PS5 or a PS3 game to a PS5.
Even though those are like I think those are pretty native to each other. Because they were doing a bunch of like dual releases. I think there was some
4 and 5.
forethought.
That's why I said 3.
Yeah. There's some forethought. There's some forethought there.
Because the 3 was such a monster of a console, like in a bad way, that developing for it was terrible, apparently.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the main reasons people gave why Red Dead Redemption never got ported to anything, was because it was made for the PS3, and the way they made it for the PS3 was garbage. So
just a tiny little like insight story. So I had a PS Vita.
Me too.
Love the Vita. And I got it specifically for a game called Dust Force, which was originally for the PS TV, right? Because I think the TV came out like either right before or alongside the Vita. And I loved the crap out of it. It was great, but I always thought it would be really, really cool to be able to play that on my Switch. You know, you got bigger screen. I got like better controller accessory options, Fire D-pad, stuff like that. And I actually took the time to hit up the development team for Dust Force, like on an email, and I chatted with them probably like 8 or 9 times, like back and forth about it. Super cool people over there. Hitbox, I think, is the name of their company. It's been a long time. Shout out that game though; it's super fun. You can just like pull it up on your computer, by the way, and just attach like a Bluetooth controller. Go to town. It's super fun.
It's very fun.
It's free, and I asked them, "Hey, I think that this game would honestly do so well on the Switch." And this was like around the beginning of the Switch like store, so there wasn't 800 games getting uploaded to it every single day. But they gave me a little bit of insight that it wasn't even worth it for them to try to port it because of how different, you know, setting it up on like a console like that is, you know, which is kind of wild. Yep. So I guess getting back to where we started, I think there'll be some missed gems for the physical copies, but it's not quite the same as it used to be, you know? Like there was some kind of magic to some of the bigger physical box releases for some of these games. I was actually talking with Brandon and Shield here about this before we started. I did just recently get a PS5 and I was like surfing around on the store to find like the next game I wanted to play, and I saw Legend of Dragoon on there, which is super dated. It's a PS2 release, but I have like a really fond memory of me and one of my really close friends. He played the crap out of that game, and I always enjoyed like playing it as well. But it had, I think it was either 5 or 7 discs. So the physical version, when you got it, it felt like
on the
something.
On the PS2?
On the PS2, yes. Yeah, PS2. And it was like this. It might actually be, I don't think it's a PS1 game.
It has multiple discs. I don't think there's a single PS2 game that had multiple discs.
Okay, so it might have been a PS1 game that, like, obviously it was compatible with PS2, but it was just a good time. You get up to this like boss fight and you finish something really big, and then the screen pops up and it's like, enter in the next disc, and you're like, I'm going to disc 3. It's like a big deal.
Yeah, it's really great being able to. That's why I haven't really been against all this like porting and remakes and stuff. It's because there's a lot of games from my childhood.
Just let it out.
That I would love to play.
I didn't want to give anybody COVID. Sorry.
What's COVID?
Don't ask Brandon. Anyway, continue, Brandon.
It's a purposely made virus to
No,
take
sorry,
out
I
the
mean,
population.
I love you.
Yeah.
What'd you say it was? Okay, sorry. You guys continue.
We're not talking about COVID, all right?
Yeah.
One of these episodes needs to be monetized eventually. All right?
Did we say we were not going to talk about COVID?
We literally said we weren't going to talk about anything political.
I didn't think
basically.
I would sneeze.
But
This entire
We can make it
podcast.
not political, though.
I don't think we can.
It's a possible chance.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible.
Have we not? This is kind of weird. How long has it been? We've not lasted this long without talking about politics.
Do you want to?
No, I'm just saying. Anyway, just sorry. I didn't mean.
No. It's I prefer natural progression into other topics like that.
Yeah.
I guess this. I feel.
it's the best way.
Okay, good.
Speaking speaking of Kojima, did you guys see like the newer like Taco Bell menu press conference thingy that they're doing? It sounds like he was involved in making the menu items.
Oh, then they must be crazy. I need to see this.
You need a second question of the day because I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What do you think? Have you had a Crunchwrap?
Yeah.
Okay. It's got like the tostada like layer and stuff like that. So what do you think the next iteration of the Crunchwrap is going to have inside of it? So we have like the Doritos Locos Tacos, which are actually super good. What are they putting inside the Crunchwrap instead of a standard tostada?
Lamb.
No, for the crunchy section in the center, like to replace the tostada.
I don't know, like
Pork rinds.
Horse.
Chicharrones.
It's not meat.
fried onions.
Chicharrones.
Nope. You're gonna have to go bigger.
Oh, chicharrones, man! Imagine.
It's not chicharrones. Although chicharrones might be fire.
It's not like soy, is it?
Okay, so it is a giant Cheez-It that is 160 times bigger than
Wait,
the
can we go
standard
now?
Cheez-It.
Can we go now?
No.
Is Taco Bell sponsored by the Cheez-It Company?
They're definitely working together. Yeah, 100%.
They working together.
Actually, is
World Economic Forum.
Cheez-It owned by the same company that does Doritos? Is it Frito-Lay? I don't even know if
It's
Doritos
all-
is made by Frito-Lay.
All those Frito-Lay
I
drivers.
don't remember. Because I know that when I was working at Family Dollar, we had 3 vendors for everything in the store. It was like all the snacks. It was only 3.
Keebler. So they're in bed with the elves. Yeah. So anyway, giant Cheez-Its in the middle of your Crunchwrap.
I don't know if that would taste good. Would it?
I mean, you're gonna try it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
Well,
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things where it's like you're gonna try it, but you're gonna feel like you lost. You're gonna feel like something has been taken away from you. You're gonna feel like a fucking mess, man. This shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna have to-
Taco Bell.
You'll have to
How
take
many
a shower
calories is that?
afterwards.
You guys are making me hungry right now. Want
I
some
want
Taco
it.
Bell.
But I don't know if I should. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Wouldn't that
Anyway,
be
I just
cheating?
thought it was super wild. They had,
like-
I guess they had like a full like E3 press conference over their like menu change items and stuff like that. It was pretty hype.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, yeah.
I think it should have been chicharrones. It would have fit more.
I mean, like, I think it. You have these kind of press conferences, and you like invite a bunch of your employees over, and it's kind of like we're doing this. None of them really care, and they're all like,
Yeah, I know that feeling. We're forced to be here. I don't want to be here, so I'm just gonna.
yeah.
I would have ran up and been like, chicharrones. They would have been like,
chicharrones.
they was
Chicharron- like pork rinds?
rinds.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It would be a good texture.
Yeah, I think.
Crunchy, less calories. I mean, who cares about that at fucking Taco Bell? But still,
But they would be like.
The thing that they don't need is more sodium, though.
No.
And I'm pretty sure.
Plus, there's like
Yeah,
half
that's a
the
lot.
population of the world couldn't eat it.
why?
Pork.
yeah.
And they'd be like, get out here. There's pork in there.
Yeah, which is why instead they're releasing like a whole cantina chicken menu as well. Which
Yeah,
I
chicken's the way
actually,
to go.
dude, the cantina tacos were actually wonderful. So down for that. But yeah, anyway, that's just a little snippet. I thought that was hilarious. A giant,
Can we see a
giant
picture
Cheez-Its,
of
bro.
it? Yeah, you're searching everywhere.
The giant
You got like
Cheez-It.
8
Just
tabs. pulled up.
look up Live Moss event 2024.
Can't believe Taco Bell holds press conferences. I guess.
Who likes chicken here?
Oh, so yeah,
Duh.
it's not a pie. They're doing a gelato. They're doing a pie as well.
like chicken?
So yeah, I guess during the summer,
Yeah, we like
they're
eggs.
doing a Baja. Oh yeah, it's the 20th anniversary of Baja Blast, and they're doing a pie and a gelato. I'm kind of down for Baja Blast gelato.
Go Mountain Dew.
The only
You found
problem
it.
with
All
the
right, all
Baja
right.
Blast gelato is
So
does it have Baja Blast in
here's
it?
a little sneak peek of the inside of the new Cheez-It Crunch Wrap.
What? It looks like a Mexican pizza, but different with the cheese.
It's huge.
Ugh.
That looks like diabetes,
Numbers.
but it looks so good.
Oh, Kellanova.
It should have been a giant Taki.
You know they should have done?
Eggo Pop-Tarts. Wait, does that say Morningstar Farms? Yeah. Oh.
As their chips, they should use Pringles.
Pringles?
Yeah, they should use Crunch
What?
Pringles.
giant one?
Morningstar
Like
Farms, huh?
habanero.
What is morning?
Morningstar?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Morningstar is like a direct reference to Satan.
Yeah, it's one of his names.
Yeah.
wait, you picked that up? I didn't even. It sounded so nice. It sounded like they make biscuits and healthy snacks.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It sounded like Morningstar. Get your fresh snacks now with less calories.
I want this.
It's like a
3
flail.
cheese chicken
Yeah.
flatbread melt.
Wait, do they make the vegetarian burgers too?
What, Taco Bell?
Morningstar.
Oh, I was
I
gonna
always-
say Taco Bell doesn't make burgers. I don't know. What you're talking-
Imagine if they did make burgers. What it would taste like?
They
Probably
did?
crap.
They did.
Oh. Did they? I know they're releasing chicken nuggets.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, McDonald's is gonna be mad now.
You know what Burger King's doing? They're having $1 million contest if you can make a burger with their AI algorithm.
Wait.
What do you mean make a burger?
If you can make
If you can make a burger that wins this contest, they'll give you $1 million. And they're using
So
an
you
AI algorithm.
So you're saying people are using AI?
No.
Not that you have to. You
Burger
have
King
to.
on their website has an AI burger builder.
Okay.
And if you build the best burger, you win $1 million.
Is it AI or is it just a program?
It's making sure you don't put cum in there or something. But it's making
What?
sure that they also have the products.
Who would do
if
that?
there's- Well, who
So
would
you're
do
saying
that? Who
via-
would say cum?
There's a lot of people who would
There's
do
a lot
that.
of people that would say cum.
Yeah.
Are you making a burger right now? I saw that. You can win $1 million.
Loading for $1 million.
I mean, we're talking about a society that every time there's like a competition to send a pop star or something to a certain place, they always pick the worst place possible, like some like small town in Alaska or some shit.
Yeah.
Like they love trolling online things like this.
So, question: are we building a burger on episode to win our $1 million?
It's gambling.
I think that sounds great.
Wait, I gotta sing the song.
But you gotta
first.
try, bro.
You got to
It's
sing the
gambling.
song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
bro,
BK
You
song.
gotta
Oh.
think. We were talking shit about the Cheez-It, bro. You gotta actually put in work.
Yeah. I don't know if they have suppliers to put in a 1,600 times larger Cheez-It onto the burger, though.
But it's gonna tell you if they can do it or not.
Oh.
So I mean, I played with it. You know.
You know.
Uh,
No
What?
peanuts, no shellfish.
Like if
So yeah,
it's
basically
large,
like the
large
two
allergy
two
items.
largest
Yeah, no, it
allergies.
makes
Anybody
sense.
allergic to that?
I'm as far as I know, I'm not allergic to anything. As
I'm
far as I
allergic-
know,
I was allergic to mangoes.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then like hives, and my throat would stop being able to breathe air, which is bad. But not anymore.
Once when I was a kid,
Ow.
my mom
You grow out of allergies.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
got my younger brother allergy test, and when I asked to do mine, in her words, "Oh, you'll be fine." So I don't know what I'm allergic to.
Yeah, I did the pokey test.
I'm in the same boat. Don't worry. I don't know what I'm allergic to.
I don't know. I
You gotta
just,
go
I just
sit-
know that one of these days I'm gonna eat something and die, and I don't know.
So I got the pokey test. Have you guys? Wait. So you obviously didn't. You didn't.
Nope.
I was gonna get mine recently. For my allergies, and then I got rid of my allergies another way.
Yeah. Diet.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the pokey test?
Oh, the pokey test. So
They just-
they have like a bunch of I guess it's extracts or
Yeah, it's just like a little pieces
they're
of whatever.
pathogens
Yeah,
of whatever the stuff that you'd be allergic to, and it's a bunch of little needles, and they shove it on your back and like dig it in your skin a little bit, and then whatever section you react to, yeah, you're allergic to that. It was grass and mangoes, but I mean, like a lot of people are allergic to grass.
well,
My dog's
that is
allergic to
common.
grass.
Yeah, and it's not like crazy. It's just like if there's fresh cut grass and I was to like roll in it, yeah, it's gonna be like I'm kind of itchy now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
yeah, I think.
Are you
grass-
still building? Are you already building your burger? Oh yeah, let's build the burger. Let's build the burger.
Okay.
Uh,
yeah.
me-
Richard has to sing the song, I guess.
Real meat.
Oh, wait. All right, this will be a good short. Let's do this.
Go ahead.
At BK, have it your way. You rule.
Okay.
All right.
What
wish I
the?
would've
What is
remembered
that?
I wish I would have remembered it.
What?
I would've joined you.
What is that?
You
That's
know,
the
that's the Burger King song.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they always do in their commercials.
Yeah, because McDonald's is.
When?
You look enamored.
I haven't watched TV in like 10 years.
You don't.
You're like
have to.
Patrick Star.
It's called-
Yeah,
of
I
your
haven't seen a
rock.
commercial in like
But I think
a
it's
decade.
been.
So
It's been that.
All right.
for
All
a
right.
while,
All right.
though.
All right. Let's
I just
get in.
forgot.
Let's get into this. Let's pull it up. Batea's got us on the burger. We're gonna make $1 million, right? $1 million?
Yeah, or more. I think it's like 100 million. It's something ridiculous.
It's
Oh,
$1
okay.
million.
we're
Million's
definitely
still
not doing
ridiculous.
impossible.
All right. Let's top it.
It's
Yeah,
not
no,
impossible
no,
because
it's garbage.
it's garbage, dude. And
What's garbage?
Impossible burger.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had it. I don't like it.
It has nothing to do with taste.
No,
I-
it
I
tastes
liked
good.
it
It's
and
just
it was
not
fine.
It
good.
tastes good if that's
not
the
good for
question.
It's just not good because what estrogen?
Yeah, stuff like
It's
that.
just
yeah.
so manipulated. It's
Yeah, no,
bleeding,
it's just so processed and like ugh. No, it's not good. For
it's bleeding.
We're
It's
doing
changing
100%
colors.
beef patty.
100% beef. So we could put bacon on it.
Flame broiled.
Bacon.
Okay. First layer. Oh, you're literally typing it?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now, Shield, about the AI part.
What if we
Interesting.
let's pick like maybe
Well,
we pick like a ethnicity to like pull from.
or
Yeah.
we could all just do
yeah.
one thing.
We all do one thing.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
and make a monstrosity.
Yo, what gets like popular for no reason? Like
cheese?
Asian cuisine like mixed with American cuisine, like everywhere has like an Asian swing. Although I don't think does BK have like an Asian
Yeah, just still,
inspired
Still one of the
burger?
Asian menus.
Yeah,
They should.
in China.
Still
Yeah,
Probably
Chinese menu.
yeah, yeah.
in Japan.
Put it in there. Bro, imagine. Because I'd be looking at their burgers and I'd be like, damn, I wish we had that.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
Just make they shit.
Yeah, just go to a Japanese Burger King menu and we'll just copy one of their burgers because
You know
that
who's
shit
good
looks
at
fire.
this? Matt knows all this stuff.
Matt
Call Matt.
G.
Matty G.
All right, so
Matty G.
so we
over,
if
over a burger.
He
yeah,
loves
'cause
Burger King. He knows everything.
Hey,
That's
if
all
we're
he
definitely
knows.
doing just like trying to get as many people to like as possible, we have to have guac on it, obviously. I don't like guac myself, but
What?
people in America freaking go crazy for guac. So.
Avocado mayo. Try to be a little different.
cilantro.
Because that's the middle ground and you get it, you know?
Okay. That's a good.
You're on the
topper.
spot now. We're gonna see how
did
well
it
you can
accept it?
spell.
Okay.
That's never been on the menu.
Okay. So avocado mayo.
I have no idea what
Let's
that
do.
tastes
Let's
like.
do something.
like
Let's
mayo.
try to make it like
You don't even know
fresh.
this
Yeah.
Oh, you
let's
should have
make
called it
fresh.
aioli then,
Oh
That's
yeah,
even more-
avocado aioli.
because it's more fancy, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, but you gotta
So-
put the mayonnaise.
It's
Well,
six-
I don't know where you got.
No, aioli is a mayonnaise.
Oh no, I know. I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh. All right, we're sticking
All
with
right,
mayo.
we'll stick with mayo.
Because this is like, oh, I'm eating avocado. It tastes the same, really, I think.
Okay. So we got a sauce.
It's literally the same.
That should have been on top, but I hope they don't care in the order.
I think
of
they
that.
switch it around.
Oh, can we put barbecue or no?
I don't think
With the
let's keep it
avocado
fresh.
mayo?
Let's keep it fresh.
I don't
Let's
know.
keep it bright. Let's keep it.
Or are you talking about like barbecue meat?
Just
Where's the
barbecue
cheese?
sauce.
Do you do an avocado mayo and also guacamole? Is that a good idea? I don't know if that's too much fat, right?
It wouldn't let you have aioli.
Yeah, it's too much fat.
Yeah, but like
It wouldn't
we're
let
talking
you
about Burger King. People don't go to Burger King caring about
No, we
whether
need
there's
it
too
to
much
be
fat in their
balanced.
meal.
No, they're going to
It's
look at it and
expensive.
there be, huh?
They want fat from the meat.
Oh yeah,
A bunch of sauce.
yeah.
That's true.
They need the mayo to stick to the bread. That's it. And they need the cheese.
Cheese. I was gonna say cheese.
Yeah, but what kind of cheese?
but
Like
what
queso?
kind? You don't have to always.
It's maybe cheddar.
Yeah, like a white, like
white queso?
It needs to be like a white. We could do
Provolone?
pepper jack. Pepper jack.
What about
I like pepper jack.
Pepper jack?
pepper feta?
I don't know if they have feta.
I mean, no,
Provolone.
because they don't have avocado mayo, but they're gonna like add it. If,
It's within scope. For
like,
them.
yeah, they'll tell you because
Also, sorry if I tell you, you don't have a microphone. You're not
I think
allowed to
feta
talk that
cheese
much.
would go better with the avocado mayo than pepper jack.
but it could be peppery,
You think it would
I think feta would be better.
feta?
Yeah, if
You
it
want-
would work.
like a spicy one though.
What?
Feta cheese?
Yeah.
Because you can say some shit that they don't have.
Try it.
They'll
Did
just-
is it going to accept it? It did.
Oh,
Bingo.
Yeah.
because I love feta cheese.
Yeah, feta's fire.
I love feta cheese so much. That's one of the main reasons why I make lasagna sometimes. So I just want some fucking feta cheese. Yeah.
Does this need to include seasonings, do you think?
In what do you mean?
And spices.
Does it need seasonings? Like, are we like do we need to put like black pepper?
Oh.
Stuff like that.
I think that's just with the beef patty, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, everything's gonna be normal, and they may even
So
switch
feta,
things around.
avocado, mayo.
They're gonna use a theme.
Do we do like we need to think texture. What about fried onions?
Yeah.
And French fries.
No.
I agree. I don't like onions. So if you guys want to put onions on it,
You don't like
I'm not going to
crispy
be a part of
onions?
this conversation.
You don't like crispy onions?
I don't like any onions.
Fried onions.
You don't like onion rings
Yeah, a lot
at
of people
all?
don't like onions,
You
man.
need a
Only when
texture.
they're made in a way that doesn't taste like onions.
Oh, the bacon crumbles.
Bacon crumbles is a good idea.
I'm fine with fried onions. Yeah, on there.
Wait, are we going with guacamole as well?
Damn, that would be kind of crazy because it is fatty.
It'd be really
That's gonna be
expensive.
a big burger, bro.
No, it's,
Also
it's,
expensive.
It's fine because that AI is.
We don't have anything special on this besides condiments.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. I think we need to start adding some
Like you got to think
Vegetables?
like menu appeal. Like when you see the image of it, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, that's wild,
You
different."
can add like Cheetos or whatever.
What about like some
No.
They
romaine?
don't care.
No.
Like it doesn't care. It'll let you know for
I don't
sure.
want the gimmick.
That's exotic.
Because
Yeah.
they're
I don't want
gonna
the
add a gimmick to it. Because
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
add a gimmick to
they're
it.
gonna change it to have a theme with the AI. So it's not just putting everything together.
Okay.
It's really kind of trying to build some shit. And it's gonna show you a picture too afterwards.
What about romaine lettuce?
Because it
Do
might
we
even
need- do we
add
need the
lettuce if you
lettuce?
don't add it.
Isn't
I don't
there a
know.
recall on that though? A long time ago.
I don't know. All I know is that
we
iceberg
want-
lettuce
do
is
we
like
want-
garbage for you. So.
Yeah, but it's again, it's a texture thing.
yeah,
You should do iceberg. Yeah, because like
But it's
romaine
like-
is just leaves.
it has like zero nutritional value.
yeah, it's fine. It's not about that.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know. You guys
gonna
were
look-
talking about
It's not gonna look
not
like the
making it
picture.
too.
romaine is like gonna
Fatty
get, like,
earlier.
It's like okay, you put it on a hot burger, bro. It's just limp leaves.
Yeah.
Like that's why they use iceberg.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's not gonna look like the picture at all, guys.
Do you think we should do something more exotic than the fried onions? Then maybe we use like
but we got bacon crumbles too.
we use like garden herb Ritz
Blooming
chips
onion.
or some shit.
Blooming onion.
Pringles.
Same thing, fancier name.
Oh shit.
Oh, blooming onion.
Oh,
yeah.
that would be
Yeah,
wild.
but like there's already that on like some other.
Yeah, but with feta cheese and avocado mayo.
They're just gonna put onion rings on it.
Onion
That's
rings.
true.
Onion
Because
rings-
that's all they have.
Yeah, they are.
Well,
just
they
gonna
might
put
do
rings on it.
blooming onions, but it's only if it accepts it. If it doesn't accept it, then you might have to try onion rings. It accepted it.
Damn.
Yeah, we should
You can
definitely get
delete
rid of
these two.
the.
One
We should
next
get
to
rid of the fried.
onions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, what if you did both?
This is gonna be like a $20 burger.
Yeah.
They're all like $20 burgers when they're.
But not a lot of people
I
will
still
spend
think it needs
$20.
like something. It needs like the guac. I think it needs the guac.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna say in the commercial. It needed the guac.
Okay.
I'm happy with this.
So-
we don't have any
so-
sauces.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. We
Where?
have
Oh,
avocado
avocado
mayo.
mayo.
Yeah, but just avocado mayo.
Well, what else are you gonna mix with guac?
That's true.
Not mustard shield.
Sriracha mayo.
That's what I said earlier.
It could use a spice.
So double
It
the
could
mayo.
use a spice.
Double the mayo, bro. Because you know you
What
want
if
your
we-
shit greasy,
What if we just don't do the avocado mayo?
bro. The avocado and the sriracha.
No,
Yeah,
because we're getting avocado from the guacamole now.
Yeah.
So the question is this going to be a burger for breakfast or lunch type?
Oh man, an egg
For
on
your
this
whole
would
life.
slap.
Yeah,
You
like
put
an
an egg on
egg
this?
because you have already
Ooh.
bacon on it.
we put egg on there. Yeah,
Egg.
just egg.
Dang, I
Or
think
maybe you do like a fried egg. Fried egg?
Or sunny side up.
Yeah,
Well,
over
that's
there.
kind of
Hey,
like yeah,
People don't want shit dripping when they're eating a burger.
yeah.
Sometimes.
As much as good as it would be.
I guess it would be like,
Like-
a what, like over medium,
A delight.
or what is it? Over medium?
Over easy is still runny.
Yeah.
So
And then medium is like semi hard. I don't know. Okay.
This is like a Krabby Patty, bro.
I'm wondering, does the lettuce is still going to be okay, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the lettuce is fine.
yeah, because that fits with literally everything on there.
As long as you got
except
mayo.
maybe the guac. I don't really know.
That was my concern.
Yeah.
Is there any sauce on there? There's no mayo or anything.
No, we have to add it. We're gonna do spicy sriracha mayo.
Okay.
Well, if we have the bacon crumble on there, we don't really need the texture of the lettuce for the crunchiness.
Oh, just try sriracha mayo.
Yeah.
maybe.
I wish I worked at BK right now. I can just test this out.
Yeah, that's actually even better.
Just try sriracha.
Damn. And then add mayo.
Okay, yeah, they
Okay,
just don't
what
have
about- what
sriracha,
about-
guys. They just don't have sriracha.
It's sriracha.
Oh,
Not sriracha.
really?
Interesting. Bang!
You learn something
Let's
new every day.
go.
Look at that.
Okay.
I think that's good. How much is it, ma'am? 25 cents. All right, thank you.
So,
So
what
it's like,
kind
do
of
you want this
cheese?
on credit?
We have feta.
Installments.
Feta?
We have feta cheese. Wait, is feta crumbly?
It is crumbly,
I got a
Yeah.
whole bunch.
but
of
it can
cheese
also
right here.
not be crumbly.
It can kind of melt. Yeah.
yeah.
It kind of softens.
Like when
Yeah.
you cook it, it gets like think lasagna.
So we have
Cheese you a
soft.
compound cheese.
Yeah.
That's
Got
not
your-
like a cheese, like a
Mozzarella.
double cheese. Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
You don't, I don't
Mozzarella.
think mozzarella's got enough flavor to cut through this shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, like the closest thing that's going to be easy for them to do that's not a queso is going to be like white cheddar.
Wait, didn't you say there was a white? You said white cheddar?
Yep.
Isn't you said there was white cheddar queso or something?
You should just do white cheddar.
I don't know.
or Kobe.
Toppings.
That's it. That's
Oh,
our burger.
shit.
Oh, that's our burger.
Maybe we added too much,
That's a
guys.
giant-
No,
No,
I think
I
this
like
is
it.
good. This is good.
Okay.
Submit.
Because it just looks big because it's all words.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Why
that
don't we-
lettuce is literally like a this big, you know. So
Why don't
Yeah,
we make
lettuce
it a
ain't that
double
big.
burger?
Oh, snap.
Oh, here we go.
It's 10% that size.
Is it doing something?
Yeah, it's
okay.
AI generating our burger with Midjourney.
It's gonna give you a commercial and a picture.
Wow.
Damn.
They just took the liberty of putting tomato on it.
And you can make it a double.
They did.
They did.
I was gonna mention
It
tomato,
actually
but
looks good.
I would eat it.
Yeah, that's kind of fire.
All right.
What's that black thing right above the burger at the bottom?
That's charbroil.
That is that a mushroom?
I think that's the
Mushroom
blooming
or
onion.
pickle? Did we put pickles?
That's a dark
we didn't
pickle.
put pickles.
That's a bloom onion.
Well, it's an AI photo, guys, but it got the feta.
The blooming onion's at the top, right below the.
It also chose regular cheddar instead of white cheddar.
Are those not croissants?
No, that's blooming onion.
It's hilarious because we put iceberg lettuce and it put romaine anyway.
Because they know.
Bro, submit it.
So they're like, we're not going to put some zero nutritional value crap in here.
Submit that shit.
All
Put
right.
your personal information.
Yeah. All right. So
great
while that's
stuff.
being submitted, we're about to become a millionaires. Or I guess quarter millionaires.
We got the money. We got the money burger. Do you think Ramsey's sitting there, like building like 80 burgers a day? Wait, can you submit more than one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Probably with a different email.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know.
Bang! Entry submitted.
You can watch your commercial.
I wish it would say like, by the way, you have no chance. This is going to be like a $50 burger. So
I mean, hey, if people are willing to buy, okay, you know what?
All
Actually,
American.
I think no matter what the cost, if people are enamored with the idea of, oh yes, this is the burger that was submitted by the person that did the thing
That's
and made
true.
all the money, they're just gonna go buy it.
But at the same time, what was it that third of a pound burger or whatever failed because people thought it was like smaller than the quarter pounder.
I love the quarter pounder.
Yeah.
It's got a 1 and a 3,
which is Yeah.
less than 1
and 4.
4 is a bigger number.
I love the quarter pounder king. That thing was awesome.
I don't really eat burgers too often.
I don't eat Burger King at
yeah,
all.
me.
Yeah.
I'm a burger
But
guy.
don't you love the wait, they didn't change anything. The only thing they changed was their fries, right?
The oil, the fry oil that they use,
Fuck.
they changed that.
So I have another thing of this. Burger King, their food used to suck back in the day. It used to taste burnt.
Still does.
I don't know. I think it was the opposite. Back when I was a wee lad, Burger King was like the best place to go, and then it just kind of got really gross.
Like I remember being a little child and eating Burger King and be like, wow, when I grow up, I'm gonna eat this every day.
Little child.
I'm gonna eat this every day. The onions, the goddamn big ass. I was like, this burger big as fuck. It was huge.
You grew it, didn't?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
And then now it's twice as much.
Yeah. Do you want me to pull your mic stand up?
Oh, I just
I know you play with it, but like you look like you're hunching down. Looking
I don't know. The prices of fast food these days is ridiculous.
Yeah. Freaking fast food people make more money than us now. That minimum wage $21 an hour.
That is not true, unfortunately. They wish.
California.
There are some places.
That's not enough to live in California.
Yeah, there are some places that are making 20. That one chick just advocated for $50 an hour.
Yeah.
In and out. They make a lot.
Do they?
Yes. They're
You
making
would
over
have
20.
to.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
I mean-
I'm thinking Five Guys. Never mind.
In and out and Panda Express, I know they're the ones that make a lot.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the volume. Are you sure it's worth it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I know they're good to eat at.
I used to be a McDonald's worker back in the day, and oh my god, I don't know what to say.
I've never worked at a fast food place.
Me either.
I've
Don't.
worked at food places like Village Inn, but I've never worked at like a fast food place.
Well, my experience is you have someone yelling at you, lack of training. You know, you have customers are yelling at you. I can go a little side story of this.
Go ahead.
I was at the register one time, and this is my first time at the register. And my boss, her name is Myra. That's her name. I'm not getting last names because I'm not calling people
Come
out.
on, call her
bleep it
out.
out.
Call her out. No, I'm just kidding.
She's a good person,
Brandon proceeds to dox lady.
Yeah, hell yeah.
but there was this one time this guy came in, and I didn't know how to use the register, and they were still training me, and she kept walking off and off and on. You know, we're so short staffed, and I pushed in 200 burgers, cheeseburgers, and he wanted 2. That man gave me the weirdest look in my life. Looked like he wanted to kill me.
I'd be a little upset too. Just saying.
How much was the 200
Yeah,
cheeseburgers?
I'm curious. What was that total like?
So it's back in 2016. So it looked like $400 almost.
That's cheap as hell.
For $2 a burger? Yeah,
I
that's
would do
pretty
That
good.
checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what the McDouble was at least.
Oh,
or
my.
like maybe the standard just cheeseburger.
Why are McDoubles $5? They should be $1.
Because
man.
if you use the app and you add 2, you get a discount, my boy.
I know. I'm a boomer. I'm sorry.
I mean, like the junior cheeseburgers at like Wendy's are like almost $2 now.
Oh, we have an ad. Yeah, go ahead and play it.
we have an
ad.
we have an ad now.
for the
Yeah.
burger we just created. Hell yeah, let's watch that.
Yo, AI is scary. All right, go ahead. Let's roll this.
Your flame grilled goodness is ready to watch.
All right.
This is Shields' original Whoppers with iceberg lettuce and other toppings with some feta cheese and bacon crumble in there. Try and top that if you dare.
Okay. Have it your way.
Okay.
You rule. See, I love that song.
I don't like AI. All right,
Okay,
that's scary.
okay. I have one thing to say. I wonder if the order that we would have put the ingredients on there would have affected the ad because
No, because feta and bacon crumble were at the bottom of ours, but those were the only ones that were listed in the song or in the ad.
it brought up iceberg lettuce specifically.
He didn't say it though, did he?
It's like whenever we're on, we were
Really?
looking at houses on Zillow, and it talks about like notable amenities,
Well, because I thought at the end
Notable
where it said
amenities.
bacon crumble and
fancy
feta,
sink faucet.
All right, let's go through it again.
I can't believe I forgot it already.
You know,
Wait, is it gonna be different every time? No, there's no way. There's no way.
it's surprising they got that guy's voice in it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Well, they probably have so much.
he probably sold
Recordings
his
of it?
voice. His
Like, he
voice.
voiced it?
Yeah.
That man must be making
I
millions.
thought you were gonna say.
It depends. I mean, because isn't that what that whole strike in Hollywood was about? It was about people like their likenesses being used with AI
Yeah.
and then not getting like residuals and shit.
Yeah, of course he's getting paid. He's the spokesman for now.
Oh, is there a
Spokesman.
spokesman for Burger King? I thought there was like the King.
Well, I don't know. His voice has been in
The King.
Burger King ads for like a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
See, back in the day with Burger King, the King looked terrifying to kids.
Hell yeah, it was awesome.
Yo, I'm
you guys play
curious,
the
actually.
game?
There was a game.
Yeah, I was about that. Did you guys play the game? It was
Yeah.
really fun.
Pepsi Man. Did you guys play Pepsi?
yes,
Yes, I
I've
did.
played Pepsi Man. And well, yeah, let's watch this one more time because I've forgotten it already.
This is Shields' original Whoppers with iceberg lettuce
Oh,
and other toppings
okay.
with some feta cheese and bacon crumble in there. Try and top
Yeah.
that if you dare.
Have it your way. Huh, okay. Yeah, see, because like the feta cheese when we wrote it, that was at the bottom.
Wait,
Yeah,
did it say my
but-
name in the beginning?
No.
I had to put it in there.
Oh,
Let's play it again.
wait.
Make sure. Watch it again.
Our viewers are gonna hate us.
Nice. If you could have put any name in there, that was the best name to put in there.
No doubt. No doubt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to try it. So
I would eat it, and I don't even like onions. I would just eat it just to try it because it looks delicious.
can we order one?
Onions?
You
What
know,
do you mean order?
you and my wife would be the perfect.
What?
What do I miss? What?
Nothing.
What happened? What the fuck just happened?
What?
Nothing. This is the problem with people not having microphones that are in the room. Anyway,
Okay. I didn't hear
I
it.
was talking
I
about
just
what
heard the
Richard said.
reaction to whatever was said. So
Did you hear what Richard said?
no.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, he said you and my wife would be, and then just like stop talking. I was like,
I'm assuming he meant friends, guys. Come on.
No,
Jeez.
you both don't like onions and it matches.
Hell yeah. Onions suck.
It would irritate me, but I still love you who you are.
Thank you.
I like onions, y'all.
I don't know. I can kind of like when they're made in a way where they don't have that onion taste, where it's like more sweet. You know what I'm talking about?
like caramelized.
Yeah, like
You're down?
I think kind of like that. Yeah, it's I can kind of.
So it's not a
them.
texture thing.
No, it's not. It's purely the taste of onion.
You don't like biting into an onion and then your nose burning and your esophagus closing up and
It takes
your
your
eyes
sinus away.
squinting and watering.
I think you're allergic to onions, Shield. That's what it sounds like.
Nah, man, you snap into a fresh onion. Yeah, you might get it. You might get some of that experience for sure.
Who's snapping into onions?
Shield.
Like a raw onion? You're eating it like an
maybe
apple?
you
Well,
might-
no, it's not raw. He puts mustard on it.
Yeah, you might
You're-
you might slice it really thick and put it on a burger and just get that crunch
Bro, you are crazy.
with mayo.
I would never do that.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. So we're talking
Shield.
bun,
I'm there.
onion, bun.
Like imagine
No.
a Krabby Patty. Imagine a Krabby Patty.
So there's meat in there.
yeah,
Okay, well that's different.
but imagine a Krabby Patty. Imagine how thick that onion is. It's about that thick on the circumference all around.
I've always wanted to try Krabby Patty. Yeah,
that onion.
I'd take the onion off, obviously, but I've
I'm
always
not
wanted to
talking
try
about,
it.
like how they give it to you all sloppy. I'm talking about like as fast food because on crab patties look immaculate when you zoom in. You zoom out, they
Mm-hmm.
look blurry.
What?
Sir.
What the hell are you talking about, Shield?
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, we're talking about SpongeBob now.
Yeah,
yeah.
because Krabby Patties don't exist, Shield.
I know.
What do you
but
mean?
The candy do.
Whenever-
They don't get blurry when you zoom out.
Yeah, what are
They
you
do.
talking
When they're
about?
holding a crab patty, it looks like a brown sandwich. But when the guy zooms
Oh.
into the main picture,
I said, what
got
he's talking about?
onions hanging off it, the
Yeah,
lettuce.
like wide shots where they're not putting all the details in. I get what you're saying. Shield. Okay,
yeah.
it has nothing to do with zooming.
It's a drawing.
So that drawing, you know how thick those onions are, right?
You know what I hate? The onions on the Burger King sandwiches. They're so long. That's what I can agree with you.
No,
Have you floss your teeth with them?
I would
Yeah,
prefer
you
that
can.
over McDonald's because they have the diced onions,
That's
which
close.
means you just can't get it off
close
because you just got to scrape off
You gotta
all
scrape
of the
it all
sauce, like, and you got no sauce left.
Is this considered high def?
Well, this is one high def, but you know they changed. The high def gets better and worse.
Why do they have another piece of lettuce under the tomatoes?
But that's good enough to what I'm
or is
saying.
that pickles? Okay,
It's a
it's
pickle.
pickle.
Yeah.
See how that onion, zoom in specifically, because that onion's exactly what I'm talking about. See how that onion has no gap in the middle?
Yep.
I take the entire slice. I don't separate the onion pieces.
No.
I take it like a tomato.
Yeah.
And I put it on there. And I keep it a little thicker than that.
Understood.
But that's
Understood.
cool. That's an average day. And then that shit burns the fuck out of you.
And then this is
See, that's a different Krabby
that's a
Patty right
double. You got a double?
there. It doesn't even have tomatoes on it, and it's Patrick holding it.
Maybe Patrick doesn't like tomatoes.
No, he doesn't get any. Patrick,
He's just gonna eat it.
he eats everything.
He lives under a rock.
That's not his, apparently.
He'll eat a whole crab
He's
patty.
renting.
No. Apparently, it's like a person. The Rock is like a person.
What the heck? So it's like a leaving bean or something?
Yeah, I guess recently or something. I don't keep up with SpongeBob after season 2. Okay, so I don't know, but because season 1 of SpongeBob is one of the best like seasons of media ever. It's just amazing.
I can agree to
is
that.
Patrick's house being a living entity canon?
Yeah, no, I think recently in either the show or a movie or something, his rock is like a snail or something, and it woke up recently.
And just left.
And there was like a whole episode where Patrick's like, "Hey, I live here," and he's like, "This is my body. Like, leave me alone." Like,
So you're saying his house just like slid away?
I didn't really see it.
So are all the houses in California also snails?
I feel like I'm missing a joke.
Oh, yeah, mudslides in California?
No, this was a political
Oh.
transition.
But
sorry.
did something happen recently?
Oh, you didn't see.
I don't care about California. That's why.
It's not caring about California. It's like tons of people's lives got destroyed.
But Californians. I'm just kidding. All right. So what happened in California?
Vitae, do you want to pull up?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
do
cool,
this.
cool. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's bad.
Bro, I think this was in California. Because every time
You
Sammy goes
think
to the top,
it is?
Yeah, okay. I knew it.
Okay, what we got here? A look at the major damage caused by mudslides and heavy rains. Oh, they could use the rain though.
He put up these little sandbags. Tried.
Reminds me of those videos of like the farmers driving trucks into like holes to block flood route.
Was this recent?
Yes.
8 days ago. God damn.
This is why we have car insurance.
This is a tree. It's not supposed to be on the ground like this.
So,
Yo,
like,
news,
do you
news
think-
people are funny. News
I-
people are funny. There's, I'm sorry, Brandon.
No.
there's another news segment where this guy is like in front of one of the houses that are collapsed, and he's just talking, and he's like, and it's crazy, and you can see that it's like a roof of a house on a car, like it's
Yeah.
very obvious, and he's like, yeah, and there's lots of destruction, as you can see, there's a car in here.
Yeah.
It's like, no shit, dude.
I don't know. I think it would be funny if like in the middle of that thing they were like, and as you see, this tree's on the ground. Do you think it made a sound when no one was there? Like,
they would say some shit
Were you
like
able to
that.
hear it over this? People running, screaming for their lives.
So, I've never been in a mudslide situation, but it seems
I
like
have.
it would be terrifying. Oh, shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you...
When I was little,
Damn.
I don't remember much, but my dad told me.
I've never been in a
the
natural
event
disaster
of him
before.
running to the bathroom was the worst part of it.
Like, I've actually never been a part of a natural disaster at all. The closest I ever got was in New York. We had hail once. where I lived.
Oh.
That was it.
That's great.
Yeah.
This was in up north. Payson.
Were you here? Were you here in 2014, 2015?
Yes.
You don't remember the rain?
Oh, I remember that rain.
I was living up
Okay, so you
where
weren't-
I used to live
You weren't
before I
in
moved.
this-
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right on. It was bad.
Yeah. I don't remember it. I mean, I guess you could say that storm that we had last year, that where I live, knocked out the power for a week, could be considered a natural disaster. But like, it's weird to say that that's a natural disaster when people have their houses being demolished.
Yeah, it wasn't really a natural disaster. It was more.
I mean,
like,
but it was like
Yeah.
in the summer without electricity for a week.
yeah, it's kind of brutal.
So I mean, like, it kind of is a natural disaster here.
yeah, it could kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know who I feel sorry for in natural disaster and rain? Maricopa.
Where's that?
Maricopa City.
It's in the desert.
It's in the desert.
It's deep in the deserts
happened to
of
them?
Arizona.
They get flooded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They get flooded.
Well,
Okay.
whenever I moved here in 2014, the place I was staying at, shout out that joint because that's what allowed me to be able to afford to live here in the first place to get established. But all of our apartments kind of like faced the same direction. So there was like 4 buildings that all kind of faced inwards, and in the center of that was a pool, but the pool was like down, so it was like a big bowl of grass, and then the pool was in the center. And the rain was so aggressive that it filled that whole thing up, all the way to the point where it came over the sidewalks that went to the doors. And I did actually have to put sandbags in front of my door. Now my apartment didn't get flooded.
Dang.
And then I had to go on the highway to get to class. And the overpass had like, I think 13 feet of water in the middle of the highway. Yeah. Shit was crazy. It was actually wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural disasters are crazy. Like,
So this whole entire place can just flood really easy, right?
Yeah, the infrastructure is not.
you talking about like
so-
out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not set up for rain at all.
What is the worst flooding in Arizona history?
I feel like it's more towards the south.
2014? Probably.
Here, I'm gonna Google this up right now.
I don't remember being out here around that.
Let's see.
1970.
Remains
Whoa.
of tropical storm Norma brought severe flooding, blah, 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 blah. There were 23 deaths, including 14 from flash flooding on Tonto Creek in the vicinity of Coles Ranch.
Where is that at?
I don't know. They say Coles Ranch like that's like a thing that we should
Yeah.
all know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, is it just some dude's ranch? Like,
Yeah, it's where
be a
you
ranch.
go to return your Amazon.
it's like, yeah, you guys
items.
know Coles Ranch. Like, everyone knows Cole
Cole.
Hey,
Great
you
guy.
know about the
Yeah,
ranch
guy.
though?
in his ranch.
Arizona's part of the Red Dead Redemption style, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Cole's Ranch.
Yeah, Cold Ranch.
You don't know about Cole's Ranch?
I'm not native.
It was DLC
Ram Ranch.
in Red Dead Redemption.
I'm not native either. It's very interesting here. The atmosphere seems to be a lot drier.
When I moved here, I was getting all my furniture from Goodwill. Shout out like Second Saturday, I think, where everything's super discounted. And I remember getting my couch and going back to the front of the store, and it looked like Mars outside. Because of like I was like, oh, I've only been here for 3 days, and I already experienced the haboobs, bro.
So when I moved out here, I was specifically told by my family there were 2 things. 1, it was not humid, and 2, there are no mosquitoes. Now, where I moved, like we used to live when I moved out here, those 2 statements are bullshit. All right.
Yeah.
It was humid as fuck when I came out, and there was a lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I was very upset.
I actually didn't experience like terrible mosquitoes until the previous place we were staying at.
Yeah.
I had to do some work, and they absolutely love grass. So if you have a okay, there's not really a mosquito problem. Mm-hmm. But if there's a place that has good irrigation and grass and it stays slightly cool, swarms so bad.
Yeah, I hate mosquitoes.
Yeah, because it's just enough water for them to speak. Because like it's so dry everywhere else, it makes sense that it would be humid in certain spots. in certain spots.
Yeah.
My voice. Hello, guys.
Wow. Did it just like that just went away?
Hey, guys.
This man
I
needs
got
Jesus.
some phlegm in my throat.
Oh, okay.
Oh
that's good.
God.
Yeah, they concentrate.
COVID.
They concentrate.
Stop bringing up COVID.
No, I was gonna bring it up before, and I was like, "Yes,
Dude, I told you this before. The only freaking short that we have that mentions the vaccine in the title has 2 views after 20 hours compared to the 1,000 that we usually
get. You know
get.
what I was gonna ask you? I was gonna ask you if COVID was considered a natural disaster.
No, it's man-made.
Yeah,
Like
Not so-
literally.
what was
not
I
so
talking
natural.
about before?
So you're saying it's not from China?
No, it is from China. They created it in the Wuhan lab.
I'm not racist here, but
Whoa. Okay.
Let him finish. He might as well finish.
It's the China virus.
No, it's just
for
that
a
every
reason.
time you preface a statement, like I'm not racist, but
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and say the racist thing.
I'm not saying I'm not racist, but I believe it's not the Asian people. It could be everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, then why'd you need to say you're not racist?
I had to clarify it.
He's just
okay.
protecting himself. But yeah, like honestly, I think no. I'm not talking about it anymore.
Okay. Okay, how about this topic? Metal Gear Solid 5. Snake Eater.
Snake Eater.
That's 3.
The
Sorry,
trailer should've
3.
pulled up
Sorry,
when
people
he
are going to
said
get mad at me.
Snake Eater.
It's the remake.
No, the actual new game.
Yeah, the remake
Yeah, if it's a remake
Yeah.
of 3.
of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Yes.
I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid nerd.
Okay, cool.
It used to be my favorite video game franchise of all time until Mass Effect. And now it's like my second or third.
I'd like to preface this with we had a conversation about this and you said how many have you finished actually though?
Of Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
All of them but the first one.
Oh, okay. So
Me too.
okay.
No, it's Final Fantasy. I've played every single Final Fantasy. I've only beaten beaten 6, which I've platinumed all of them. The ones that I've beaten, I've platinumed.
I know nothing about this franchise, but I think like is this like a timeline convergence? There's like a lot of snakes or some shit.
So,
Yeah, so Metal Gear Solid 3 is a prequel to Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. And Metal Gear 1 and 2. It's a completely different character than the person that you're playing in 1, 2, and 4.
Is their name still Snake?
Yeah, so it's
yes, Snake.
in 3 it's Naked Snake. And then when you beat the game, he gets bumped up to Big Boss. That's his new title. And then he's the bad guy in Metal Gear 1 and 2. And then he doesn't show up again until Metal Gear Solid 4. And the guy you play as in 1 and 4 is Solid Snake. And then in 2 you play as Raiden.
Oh. Yeah, and that's the robot looking dude.
He's not a robot until 4.
Oh. But he's got a dope
part robot.
He's got a
Yes.
he's like Hellboy in some way
Yes.
with his arm.
He has artificial blood in 2.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's to keep his body temperature regulated. They mention it only in the opening cutscene.
Well, that's what you have to do when you're a naked snake. It's
No, he's riding.
naked snakes need warm blood. I don't know.
Okay,
No,
so
but I'm super excited about that game.
there is a crush. It's a video game crush that I have.
Is it Mei Ling?
No.
Oh, that was mine.
No, it's on Metal Gear.
Naomi?
Quiet.
I can see why. If you'd like to bring up Quiet from Metal Gear Solid.
Something more appropriate.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's allowed.
do it.
She's covered.
I need a
Most of
reference.
it.
She's not nude.
I need
Like-
a reference.
This is my this
Shield
is
is
like
reference.
oh my god, I
Okay.
love this.
Yeah, mine was mine was Mei Ling from Metal Gear
You
Solid
sitting
1.
next to me, calm down.
All right, let's show the people.
Bro.
So she's okay. So there's a
Can we
reason.
get face in the
Yeah, please. So there's a reason
This
why
is Ricky's
she kind of looks a
crush.
little bit like Laura Bailey there in that picture.
Is it the one on the right or the left?
The left.
Of course it's on the
The
right.
one on the
the
right
one-
is actually Venom Snake, who's not Big Boss or Solid Snake. That was the twist of Metal Gear Solid 5, is you're not playing as Big Boss or Solid
Ricky
Snake.
has one of these on pre-order.
Hey, scoot
Yeah.
over to the left.
Okay, so I just want to give some context on why she's dressed like that. Whether you agree that makes up
not
for
a
it or not,
reason.
is that she actually breathes through her
There's
skin.
a reason.
She
Oh.
breathes through her skin,
Sure.
and she can't breathe. I don't know if she can
she
breathe
can't
normally.
talk.
She can talk.
She just quiet.
She chooses not to because if she keeps talking, then she'll get taken over by the parasite.
True.
Yeah.
Isn't rain effective to her or something like that? I remembered.
I'm not sure.
All I heard is
She has to stay in the house.
She can't have clothes on, and you want a subordinate that can't talk.
Yeah, she
So-
can't talk. She has to stay in the house because the rain kills her. And then she had to breathe through her skin, so she got to wear a thong everywhere.
She just breathes through her.
And then she can't say anything.
She
to
breathes
you.
through her skin. That's why she's barely clothed.
And she
Now,
does talk. She whispers.
when
So
this-
you understand where we're going, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
defend it. Go.
When this game first came out, and they put out pictures of her and stuff, everyone, like all the the people online got upset. They're like, "Oh my god, sexualizing women!" And then Kojima
Yes.
came out with the reason why, and everyone was like, "It's not a good enough reason." I'm like, "You guys can go fuck yourselves. I don't care. It's awesome. Kojima's awesome."
She's one of the most deadly snipers in the game.
Because
In
she's
that
quiet.
game, yeah. You think she's better than Sniper Wolf?
Oh, that's a debatable one.
That
though.
is. That is a good debate.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're the only ones who even know anything about this. I could tell you two are lost.
No,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen her. I've seen her before.
Oh,
Yeah, when he was
Well, I've
looking up
played the game.
references.
yeah.
I played the game for a little bit.
Yeah, no, Sniper Wolf is awesome. That's fan art, okay? She's not that sexualized in the game. She's the world's best. See right there.
That's the first time we seen her.
Yep. She at the time she's like the best sniper. They say that she's once sat in the same spot for like a week or some crazy shit like that. And you actually have a sniper duel with her. It's really awesome.
I think she looks hotter in this one.
Polygons.
Who the, oh, is that Twin Snakes? That's probably her in Twin Snakes because they remade the first game on the GameCube.
Oh,
And it's stupid. Like it's like action movie stupid. It has like Solid Snake jumping up on a missile and like backflipping off of it and stuff. Yeah.
Let's talk about the boxes though of Snake getting into. He just likes his cardboard box.
Okay. Yeah. So.
so is the remake gonna have an Amazon logo on the boxes?
Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
Probably.
This video is not sponsored by Amazon.
Yeah, one of
can
the
be.
best ways to sneak in those games is getting inside of a cardboard box. It started with the original Metal Gear games when you could get in a box and sit on a truck and it'll take you to another location. It was like that game's equivalent of fast travel.
Okay.
And then later it just kind of became a joke. Like in 2, if you're fast enough, you can run to an area and like open up your like camera or whatever and look and see Snake running across the thing in a cardboard box. And then you can call up your like mission support and be like, I just saw someone running around in a cardboard box. And they're like, no, you didn't, Raiden. Shut the fuck up. Like, and he's like, no, I did. I swear. It's the games are full of like really stupid shit like that. Like in 3, if you eat one of the glowing mushrooms and then you call your support, Snake's like, I just ate this glowing mushroom and it recharged my batteries. And the support's like, what'd you just say, Snake? And he repeats it and he goes, hold on. And then they like go off camera and then you can hear him talking. They're like, yeah, he thinks he recharged his batteries by eating it. He's like, I don't know, maybe him just being out there alone is really fucking with him. He's like, just tell him that it works. Like, we don't want him to stress out when he's out there. And she comes over and goes like, yes, Snake, you're totally right. If you eat glowing mushrooms, it'll recharge your battery.
I gotta play it
You have to, they're
because I didn't
classics.
get far enough to see old girl, but I seen her before.
They're classics, dude. They're really, really amazing games. And which is why I'm really excited that he's making a new espionage game.
Nice. What else we got? I know you had some other stuff on.
Oh,
the docket.
Aliens in Egypt.
Aliens and Egypt. Shield.
Do you want to take us away?
You want some aliens and
Black people
Egypt?
built the pyramids.
Well,
what?
It's in Africa. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me restate that. Africans built the pyramids.
But was it all Africans though?
Because Egyptians,
It
for
could
like
be a lot of
big
different
part of it, weren't
countries.
black. They were like mostly white because they were mixed with the Romans and shit.
It could be lots of people.
Like Cleopatra was like basically white.
In Africa, yeah, there were slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a bunch of people, but like there was an African guy being like, "Hey, put that stone over there." now, or it was an alien saying it.
It was an alien.
So do you believe that aliens had anything to do with the building of the pyramids?
Yes.
This is invigorating.
Really? Okay. So we have one for yes. I'm a no.
You're a no.
I'm a no. I don't think aliens have anything to do with the pyramids.
I'm 50-50.
I'm gonna say yes, but indirectly.
Okay. And you're 50-50?
Yeah, I'm 50.
Well, I just don't see, like, okay, so for one, I feel like it takes away, because every conspiracy that's like that, it's like humans could have never done this. They could have never figured out a way to do this because humans suck. Like, it just has like such a mean-spirited towards human nature.
That's why I'm 50-50.
Like, because what's the proof that the aliens are involved? That it looked hard to do? Like,
Well, I can tell you right now, the
Go ahead.
government has classified that aliens are real.
Yeah, we know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a possible chance.
So my half yes but indirect is like the tech, man. The tech had to be some kind of.
I think people are underestimating the human spirit, not having the internet, and slavery.
Yeah, I think they use their minds. I think
You
they
add those
empower
three
their
things
minds.
together, you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Amish; they move their barns, right?
Yeah, dude,
That's
the
a thing.
Amish are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
We don't use our minds anymore. Like, imagine all the time we spend on our phones and stuff. If we just had to.
What do we
spend time
use
with our
now?
Minds, huh?
What do we use now?
Chat GPT. I mean, it built us a Burger King ad in about 30 seconds.
It's very nice.
That's crazy.
I very much enjoyed it.
No, it's just some of like the mathematical feats, and I think math has been one of like humanity's bigger achievements, obviously.
But you don't think that could have been divine intervention?
No.
No, you think it's more likely that it's aliens?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Because I don't believe in divine intervention.
Okay. I mean, I just think that aliens are just demons anyway, so.
I mean, that's an interesting theory.
Well, the first time I heard about aliens, I was just like, you know what? I'm better off just thinking they're demons. And I just continue to think that. And it's been working for me.
Well, it makes sense because, like, the lesser demons or whatever, that's why, like, there's a lot of similarities in the gods of other locations, like Egypt and stuff, is because a lot of their gods and stuff, they're literally just descriptions of, like, demons, like, from the Bible.
And they want to have sex with us, too. That's the scary part. So imagine demons that want to have sex with us that also have cool spaceships.
What tentacles?
What the fuck? That's scary as hell, dude. Imagine you just running. Dude, that's scary, dude. And they don't even chase you down and like do anything weird. They just like zap you up into it. You can't even. They just with some light. You said I just saw some light, and then I was in my bed.
This is what happens when S.H.I.E.L.D. gets on a tangent, everybody.
I don't know. I don't think they're lying. I don't think they're lying. Like the people that said they've been abductive.
No.
So that's one.
Oh, I
that's
do.
one thing.
100%. All of them.
I don't think they're lying.
So you actually, like, you think that there are, like, aliens here right now and they're just abducting people?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
It's literally 100% true. Like, it can happen.
government
There's
does.
stories around the world, and
Yeah.
then people come back and they say things, but they could be crazy. You never know.
And they don't have to physically leave. Their body doesn't have to physically go anywhere. Like they could be taking a soul or whatever. We don't really understand the human body that much anyway, or the human consciousness. So you could be, you could be in your bed. You could have imagined. You could have started dreaming, imagine yourself walking. You got abducted from your room.
What if it was just the consciousness that's abducted, not a physical state?
Well,
I don't know.
I think every single alien abduction story could be boiled down to one of two things: delusions,
Yep.
some kind of mental illness,
Yep.
There's some of that.
or people just want to be famous.
Yeah,
Like I got abducted by an alien, guys. I'm
I think
awesome.
all
Like,
of those same exact principles apply to divinity.
I don't think so.
No.
No,
So you're saying I'm mental?
no.
It could apply
Yes.
to everything, but those are just variables that are added. I believe there are true stories. I'm like, because they date back so far, bro. I mean, we're lying for that many years. Like, just as long as we exist, we lie about this.
You gotta think that we're in a big universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's big. There could be another universe. You never know if that's such a thing. You know.
I'm just gonna say, it could just be perception. Like all of it could be perception. So like we have like the distance between. Let's see if I can create some kind of example here. Kid takes iPad to grandma. Grandma thinks it's voodoo magic because the kid knows how to like make things happen on it. Okay. But to the kid, it's everyday knowledge. Applies situation back to earlier times where the gap in tech and knowledge was different, especially more spread out between generations, different classes, all of that. So it's like, yeah, dog, I got this stick that makes stuff explode, or I have this other thing that makes stuff catch on fire, and that immediately blows the minds of people that were completely separated from knowledge and society because of slavery, and they see that shit and they're like, damn, boom. And I would say that a lot of stories, a lot of legends would start in like a lower class. Like those stories are spread more in those parts of, society. And it's like, oh yeah, I just came home and told my kids about the guy that makes fire and now he's a god.
Oh yeah, most like legends and fables and stuff are literally just people being just like things being described to people. Like if you ever look at old like paintings of stuff of like these crazy creatures, it's like, well, yeah, it's because they're trying to describe what an elephant fucking looks like to someone who's never even heard of a concept of an elephant. Yeah. Like it's large, it has giant ears, it has this massive like arm coming out of the front of its face, and things like that. Like it's just that. That's all it is. I mean, I just don't think aliens had anything to do with building pyramids.
Life and the way history has been documented or was documented is a giant game of telephone.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think, okay, so there is a technological gap between aliens and humans, obviously, and it's always been huge, enough for them to always be looking down at us, right? So I mean, I'm sure back then the accounts were, yeah, they were demons or whatever. We could be a little more smarter now with all that we know now and be like, yeah, it could be a sophisticated technological being that's similar to us, and so that it moves around.
I don't think aliens are going to be anything similar to us.
I mean, they're similar to us as in they move around in the same space as us, like physically.
Dimensionally.
Yeah, like we can see them. So we know that. So that's kind of scary already. As far as what they look like, we don't have that, but we can ponder on it more, especially with all the media and stuff we have. A lot easier than those older people that existed saying they were demons, because they only have so much to work from. They have the Bible, they have all that. And it's still rare enough for them to be like, this thing isn't common, but some people see it, and it's been seen, and it's reported to be seen. I just think that us now, we can't rule anything out. Like we really can't, because like this is the only like supernatural thing that's ever been like ever documented throughout time.
What
that we could see in our space?
What is
seeing these aliens and these crafts?
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
And it being documented.
Since this is such a tropey conversation, so I'm going to use tropey defenses. Why is it that we don't have evidence of any divine intervention within our solid documentation of history now? Why? Nothing.
We do. The Bible.
That's not recent enough for me.
Well, we could,
but continue.
Well, yeah, because it's so.
Wait, what was the question again?
I'm still relatively new to this, but as far as I can tell, that there were 3 different ages.
Yep.
There was the Age of Kings, where things needed to be a lot more, like God had to be a lot more interactive. That's the Old Testament, and then the New Testament was like all the Jesus stuff.
Yep.
And then since then, there's been interactions and stuff, but it's not nearly as grand of a scale because it's getting towards the end part. Like he's no longer interacting, and he's just leaving it up to people to find Jesus.
You're saying right now?
Yeah.
It's been like that for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to
But
me,
there
to
are
me, a
miracles.
skeptic. I'm just like,
No, I get it. There are miracles that happen all the time. It's just either people
There are
just associate it
miracles
with
do
coincidence
exist.
and stuff, which is perfectly fine.
Yep.
Or if or like things, because most of the time when miracles are happening, the only people who are noticing it are the people who actually believe in it, because to everyone else it's just a coincidence.
Well, yeah, when you're looking for something, you see more of them. It's the same effect as whenever like like someone gets a new car and I never see them on the road, and then I see it, and now I'm aware of it, and now I see it all the time.
Yeah, no, but it's about opening yourself up to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, that's
you could
its whole
you
thing.
could be said that can be said for like a lot of things,
Yeah.
and also I feel, and this is me again, just being the devil's advocate over here. Everything about the Bible, everything, whenever you start getting into like definites, whenever you start getting into proof, physical things, like okay, there's a ton of like very convenient answers as to why. It's just like, oh yeah, you don't see it now because it's just not happening now because it's said.
Yeah, but think about it in this aspect. The reason why we even know about any of the miracles that happened back then is because it was documented and stuff like that. But we're not like, can you imagine what the person was that was 1,000 miles away from Jesus who was doing when Jesus was doing his thing? He was only hearing about someone saying, "Yeah, this dude, he cured this dude's blindness." That shit still happens
I
today.
like to imagine that those miracles. I believe that I can believe that they were real, and I can expand upon like how the people that were in the center of it would be like, "Damn, this guy's real as fuck," and then how the people spreading out around the world would be like that are farther away from it, be like, I don't know, maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
if it-
there's
and then that's
skepticism.
and just as much as skeptical as happened then is like I can imagine that still existing now, just more spread out because everyone knows about it.
I mean, look at like there was people who was literally with Jesus who was still skeptical.
Yep.
There was, I can't remember which one it was. Was it Paul, who wasn't fully convinced until he resurrected?
Yep. And the person standing right next to a dictator also thinks that it's okay.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
No. Closeness to a situation can alter your perception.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if it was hard for someone who was literally next to him during the time to fully believe, imagine the person who was 1,000 miles away who never even got to see Jesus once. Like, that's what I'm saying is the current day is that these miracles still happen. We hear about them and we're like, oh yeah, okay. I'm not saying that every single time we hear about a miracle, it's true. I'm assuming that most of them are false. It's just someone trying to get some fame or trying to get some money.
But
It's the
or
same
something.
people that are getting abducted.
This is what gets me though.
But like now, like it's still happening. It's just we're living in a world where we're so skeptical about everything. So we
question
can't really,
everything, yeah.
and I don't blame people because you can't really trust anything nowadays.
Yep.
This information age of just having all the information you could ever want to your fingertips. So it's fair because that means there's more people just not like going through analysis with shit, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, you have to fact check real life.
You do, and what gets me, I was thinking about, forgot what the fuck.
I mean, I have somewhere I can continue, at least, but it's just interesting to me that it's like, okay, it's very easy whenever you're talking about like a knowledge subject, right? You would always be like, don't take my word for it. Get your own information, all that stuff. And then there's a direct correlation to you having more information, looking into those things from yourself that leads you away from blind faith that would make you question everything. So you're supporting something on this side and then telling people that the only way to see relevance in this thing is to blindly have faith.
Well, this is
Christianity is not blind faith.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
There's a lot of what's the word where like things collaborate with each other.
Yeah.
That isn't in the Bible. Jesus is one of the most documented people on the planet. That's why even scholars acknowledge that he was a real person. They just don't acknowledge that he was the Messiah.
Are you saying it's blind faith and you're saying it's not?
Yeah, no.
No, there's definitely a part of blind faith.
No,
100%.
No, Christianity has no blind faith.
It does.
Because Jesus is one of the most documented and influential
Why is it
people in the
not
history
blind
of the
faith?
world, and it's
Because you have no proof. We have no proof.
yeah,
We have no
do.
proof now.
We have the Bible.
That's a book.
Because I
It's
believe,
literally a history book.
I believe in what it says. I believe that could have happened. I still technically have no proof.
The only proof
Yeah,
we
that's-
can get is basically from the original Bible that was made. And where
No,
is that
the
located?
Bible that we have now, the New Testament, it's not been fucked with. They had like so many, like there's hundreds of books that they would not allow in it because it just didn't fit their standards. That's why there's only the books in the New Testament that got added, is because it was either written by just someone who was directly running with Jesus, or I can't remember who was the one that didn't technically run with Jesus, but he got a book in there. I don't think it's Paul. It's
One of his apostles.
I think his name also starts with P.
Well, no, it can't be one of his apostles. He's
No,
saying
no.
that it wasn't.
Yeah, it was someone who didn't run with Jesus at the time, but
He wasn't in the gang.
yeah, but he like I can't remember if he had met him at all.
I feel like just
But he
accounts
knew
of
a
other
lot
people-
of the apostles.
There's other people in history that bumped into Jesus and wrote about it.
No. Everything in the New Testament is basically a first-hand account. It's people who were there.
But not in the Bible, but just like in general, like there's books or stories about other people in history that bumped into Jesus and wrote about it.
Yeah, so like for example, one of the most popular one that people actually tend to take a lot of knowledge from, but it's not accepted into the canon of the Bible, is the Book of Enoch. There's hundreds of books that were deemed not reliable enough to be put into the Bible. Hundreds. Because it was just, it either conflicted with something or it just didn't seem right. So they're like, it's better to just not even have it in there.
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say to like, to me, so I said like I have no proof and stuff, but I believe. So I do believe it's kind of like blind faith, but like
It's.
I was-
I still definitely think that there's arguments for blind faith.
I was
for
gonna
sure.
say like, this is what can ground me in reality and science or whatever, but like the fact that miracles exist, right? Like as far as like no, like as far as
Yes.
like we have
Yes
a
and
word
no.
for it and we can't describe phenomenon that's like there's no reason why something should have worked or worked out. And there's no scientific reason why whatever contraption should have worked or worked out.
Well, I haven't. I personally haven't. I haven't seen anything. So
Like
that would be pushing me towards blind faith. And then if you want to say there's no blind faith, then you have to go all the way back. Okay, there's documentation. You could argue that that's physical, right? This is what you're kind of going at, which is good. But going
hundreds of people saw the resurrection of Jesus.
right.
So the question is, do you think Jesus is an alien then?
No, he's God.
So miracles aren't real.
I mean, I haven't seen
It
it.
could be real. Yes.
Have you
I'm-
seen
I
it?
feel like-
I'm
I feel
100%
like
it.
when everyday life, when you say, "Wow, that's a miracle," and you really mean it, because you're like, "What the fuck? How'd that happen?" You're not lying when you say that.
Not
if
lying
you're
when
really
you say
seeing
what.
something that's
Oh yeah, if it's real to
miraculous.
you,
It's because there's two different types of miracles in current day. There's secular miracles and there's divination miracles.
Yeah.
And two people of two different ideologies can be looking at the same event and see it in a different way. The like a divination miracle will see it as an act of God, a miracle. And then a secular miracleist will see it as someone who, or as like just like essentially like a coincidence, like, oh, like this is crazy. Like, how did this happen? But then
Okay.
not attribute anything to
Coincidence.
yeah,
why
it's just,
it happened.
It's just math.
It's just
coincidence-
random matter.
So coincidence, like
Hey, I have a perfect example.
coincidence is math.
Yep.
So I have a perfect example of what someone could see as a very, very, very small miracle. That personally that could just be seen as coincidence. And anytime I tell this to someone, and they're like, "That's just coincidence," I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. You can
Yeah.
see it that way. That's fine." So has any of you ever heard of the term living water? It's something from the Bible. It was like Jesus said something about like I'm living water or something, like drink. Like, essentially, he's saying like have me in your life. I'm like living water,
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And so the first time I've ever heard that expression was this. I was listening to this rap song because I listen to a lot of Christian rap, and it was called "Living Water,"
Can you look up Christian Side Hug?
and and it was
The song?
It was a great song, and I was listening to it all the time. And I was like, oh man, this is great. It was like living water, whatever. And then on my way to work, right, there's this church I passed by. every single day on my way to work. And their little sign out front always says the same thing. It's like, big things coming, stay tuned or whatever. But for some reason that day, the first time I ever heard Living Water, and the only time they've ever had something other than stay tuned, big things coming, was them mentioning Living Water. Now, to a lot of people, they're like, oh, that's just a coincidence. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But I think that's fucking crazy. The first time I ever heard that expression, it has to do with biblical stuff. I passed by a church that has the same sign every single day. And the one time they didn't have the same sign, it was
a
mentioning
reference to something that you just
listened to.
That is, I mean, that
What
is
about
interesting.
resonance?
Yeah.
No, people
I
could
could see that.
Yeah, people see it as a coincidence, but as someone who actually believes,
Do you know?
I
that
saw
was
that
like
and
a
I was
sign
like,
for
that was
you?
a sign for
Right.
me to keep going down this path.
Do you
Right.
know about resonance?
What?
I just like this word, but can you look at the meaning for resonance?
No, he's looking up Christian
like
side hug.
like Resident Evil? Like what do you mean resonance?
Resonance.
Oh, resonance. Okay. Oh, this is a song? Who's it by?
It sounds like some GTA stuff right here.
I think this is a modern day miracle that this exists.
Who is it by? Oh, is it just like a church thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is some Jesus.
No, there's
hip-hop
actually
stuff.
some really amazing Christian rap, by the way. Like really, really amazing Christian rap. Look up the Living Water. Living Water rap song. Its chorus is
damn.
fucking catchy as
That
hell.
shit got me lit.
Yeah.
I can't really see the screen.
That shit got me going crazy. Didn't that get you feeling crazy?
Go all the way to the top. Yeah, type in Living Water, like living, yeah, and then rap song. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel.
That shit had me feeling like if I was producing,
can't.
I'd change a couple
I
things.
can't see the.
But that I didn't make it.
Go
you know?
up, go all the way to the top. Yeah, that one, the top one. Yeah, because Brian T, I listen to him a lot.
And this is people. Save hundreds with Liberty Bibbity.
Yeah, doesn't that sound awesome? Libbity bibbity. Come on,
Bibbidi.
Christian rap. No, it's actually got. There's like a kind of renaissance of Christian rap recently within the last couple of years of people who are actually talented. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not going to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
But,
Rivers of living water, flowing just like a stream. Rivers of living water, flow from the inner being. Rivers of
I didn't know they had a music video.
believe. Filled with the Holy Spirit, there's nothing more than I need. Rivers of living water.
See, like I heard this song that day,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I listened to it over and over and over because I'm like, "This is great. This sounds good."
Yeah.
And then boom, yeah,
Damn.
Okay.
right. I tried to send you a couple, but it was back when you just never responded.
I mean, there was a time, like,
My bad about
20,
that.
2009 to like 2012, 2013, like full metalhead, 100% all I listened to.
I love Japanese metal, so I get it.
And yeah, like the there were so many talented Christian metal bands,
Yeah.
bro, like a lot.
There's a lot that people don't know are Christian.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then there was also ones that like just said that as an overtone just to gain popularity.
Yeah, like
And
ICP.
100%. What?
ICP claim to be Christians.
That's hilarious. And
Yes,
that's definitely a
and
full
their
joke.
like their last album in that like little arc that they did. They literally have a song going like, "Ha, we tricked you. We're talking about Christianity the whole time." I'm like, "No, you're not." Like,
no.
I don't think there's a single song you guys made where you weren't killing people. Like,
That's biblical.
yeah, but not their way of doing it. They were killing a judge because he had the audacity to commit them for their crimes. Like, but I
yeah.
did listen to a lot of ICP.
For sure.
I like some of their songs.
I-
They're fun to listen to. Like,
They're fire.
I don't think they're fire, but they're fun.
Yeah. Fago.
Yeah,
I don't
Tons of
listen-
Fago.
I've never had it, and I never will now.
I don't listen to them,
Fago?
but I like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well, as an
sucks.
ICP member, you got to get some.
I am definitely not an ICP member. I'm not a part of that gang, federal government, because they classified it as a gang.
Yes, 100%.
Go Feds.
Go Tech 9.
Go feds, no. Screw the feds. All 3-letter agencies. Get rid of all of them.
If you're a president,
I was being a hypocrite.
What?
I was being a hypocrite.
Oh,
right
okay.
there. And really
Like,
sarcastic.
yeah, this thing I hate. They're going after the people I hate. Good for you.
I hate the ATF.
Yeah. Yeah, all 3-letter agencies. They all need to go.
Can you guys please explain why? Or
They're all super corrupt.
pull something up.
You just got so hype over 3-letter words.
I think he's scared.
If you were president, which
All of them.
No, let me
They
ask
shoot
the
dogs.
freaking question.
They shoot dogs, dude. They shoot dogs.
Yeah, like PETA.
Let me ask the question. If you're a president,
That's 4.
and you had to get rid of 10
That's a
government
lot.
agencies.
10?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So if it has, if it
decided
has
you was like,
three
whoa, I really
letters,
can do something.
if it has
Female
3
body
letters,
expectors.
it is gone.
If it has
The
3 letters-
CIA, the
Wait, we can't do
FBI, the ATF,
We got an AI.
the IRS.
The DEA.
Sure.
ICE.
Yeah, let's get rid of them too.
Can we explain why to the American people?
Because they're all super corrupt and they have nothing like, there's no over, they have,
No hierarchy.
there's no oversight on them. Like they overreach their bounds all the time.
They may be corrupt, but not all of them, though.
I think all of them. Name one good 3-letter
Wait, we
agency.
can't say. Wait. Are you saying not all of the
The
people
DEA.
within those organizations?
Huh?
You're saying not all the people within those organizations.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, well
that-
there's
yeah.
underlings who are not like the devil. Yeah, but like most of the people running it are pretty bad.
There could be some higher ups, I feel like. Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
no, they're
I'm
all
guessing.
bad.
I feel so. Here's the question now. I feel like the FBI, maybe, or the CIA's got involved with the aliens as well.
We're back to aliens.
I guess it
How do we get
depends on
this?
what. Like, okay, so I don't think like I think that there is a possibility that there could be aliens. Like there's, it makes sense with how large the universe is. That there could.
Does God have dominion over aliens? Will we see them?
Oh yeah, he would be.
over there?
Yeah.
I think they are.
A lot of people like to use the argument that like, if God, like if aliens were proven to exist, wouldn't that destroy your faith in Christianity? Because I was like, no, like why would aliens existing?
Would you be their master?
Who, aliens? I don't know. It was never mentioned in the Bible, and we can only go off of what was mentioned in the
We're
Bible.
definitely
Well, no,
better
would
than
that,
them.
Would that if they're not humans, then they're automatically classified as animals?
I don't know. They could be
no,
another
but we're definitely
God's
better
creation.
than them. So since we're
Were there
graded,
tiny Mexican aliens on the ark?
That,
I mean,
oh my God.
we only know about this God's creation. We don't know about what other
you
stuff
would
he's
say
doing.
we're better than them, right? Because
I don't necessarily think we would be.
okay, let me stop saying
It depends.
no,
they're
If
obviously
you
here.
don't take nuance into a factor, and you said, "Well, the Bible, is basically we're made in God's image, and they look different than us,"
Yep.
that means they're not made in God's image. So you could say
That you hold
that
dominion over them?
that we would hold dominion over them, but at the same time, He never told us about them for a reason.
But-
so maybe we were never supposed to meet.
he did say that we were so like some people were so beautiful here. I don't remember a specific story, but like weird creatures from the sky came down and mated with them. And then God got mad.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the oh god, what are they called? It was the giants. They were said to be, as far as I can tell, it's like a theory. That's one of the main theories of why the flood even happened, because people thought it was like all the corruption and stuff. It was like, yes, but another reason is to get rid of these half human, half like demon people, which were like what the giants were. They had a name for them. I can't remember what the name was.
Nephilim.
Nephilim. There we go.
What's a Nephilim?
It was like a giant.
Oh.
It's like a half human. So like with the fallen angels, when they got cast out, because of the way certain passages are said, it could be interpreted as they were mating with humans, and their spawns were like,
because the humans was attractive.
yeah, like the giants, like the Nephilims.
They was bad. Like they was looking down and they was like, damn, they bad as fuck.
So that's one of the reasons people think that the flood happened, other than just to wipe out all of the ungodliness, because people sucked back then, like really bad.
We still suck now.
Yes.
This is a
Yes.
new society, you know?
Yep.
Welcome to our generation, 2024. Later,
Yeah,
2025.
it's garbage.
I wonder what it's going to be like in year 3000.
If we make it that far.
We're not going to make it there.
Why would you go that far? Why not like 2100?
Yeah.
That's
That's
close
true.
still.
yeah, 2100, but
Because that's what,
3,000?
like 76
3,000 is ridiculous because it's
years from now.
So what would they classify it after if it's because you got 2,200 AB, BC, all that stuff? What would they what would they call it?
What, like 2100?
Yeah, I'm guessing
2100.
The 2100s probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying like because we're like the 60s, the 70s,
like the
the
90s,
80s,
the
the
100s.
2010s.
Well, I think it's just going to keep repeating.
Yeah.
Like we'll have another 90s,
Yeah.
2090,
Yeah.
and
Damn,
because
we were
everyone who was
born in the 90s.
everyone who was
Oh, wait, I
born
was.
in the 90s is going to be like dead by then. So essentially,
Yeah.
You know what would be cool though? Human life expanded millions of years.
No, that would be
without dying.
terrible.
It'd be terrible, but awesome.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this at a previous podcast.
Yes.
I don't know if it went up though,
I don't think so.
because I don't remember what we talked about in that.
We just
one.
turned into like curmudgeons.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the Christian philosophy is like so beautiful and everything, and like science is amazing and beautiful and everything, and like taking a scientific approach. If we did go that far, I'm separating religion. If we did go that far, a Christian would say that would be terrible.
Yeah.
But it's funny because the philosophy of Christianity is like we love humans flourishing and stuff like that. And like we love people, but we can't even imagine it going that far, right?
Well, death
Would
is
you agree?
death is a part of humanity. It's what makes
history.
us. Like if we didn't have to worry about dying, I think it would be terrible for society.
And
Just
that's
in
what we
general.
would ultimately do in those 20,000. We know that for sure. We know if we made it to that.
Well, if we
year-
just didn't die, we could just not have kids. Like that's
Yeah, I'm not thinking about overpopulation as the problem. It's just like we talked about that time. It's just human nature.
China.
It's
we would.
human nature without the threat of death is just it's bad, in my opinion.
It's not that it's bad. It's just like it's realized only after you achieve it, and then you'll just probably be so depressed because like it would be akin to like suicide, but like with life. I would imagine
death, suicide,
like
the
like-
death of death. Sounds like a great book.
death suicide.
Then it's that would be great.
'Cause
Like
you
an
would look
underline of a
back-
book or something.
I mean, I'm definitely writing it right now, and it's going to get added to the Bible.
like Armageddon, the death of death.
Because you have life where you were mortal, and you have life where you're immortal and immortal, whatever the fuck, and you're not the same person. It's just two different people. One's way cooler, but that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Are you mortal?
I'm mortal.
Are you like Deadpool?
No.
Is it mortal
Or is he
immortal? Is
Immortal?
like you can't
if
die.
you can die, or if you can't die?
Well, I guess it depends because like technically in fantasy and stuff, elves are immortal, but they can still get killed. So
Yeah.
so like you can't. It's not like you can't die. It's just you don't die from old age, I guess. Right? Yeah.
You know what I think of? Immortal.
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 The
Immortal.
the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking. No.
What
Oh.
movie?
Okay.
Immortal.
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 Okay.
I don't know.
I just
what,
make up
That
words
word's
here.
fire.
I don't know what you
I
guys
make
are
up
talking
words.
about.
That's the most fire word. Just the word in general.
What, immortal?
Yeah.
No, I think the most fire word is Beelzebub or bubonic plague.
Like
Blonic.
B words.
They sound awesome.
Yeah.
Beelzebub.
They're not connected with anything good, but they sound awesome.
Bombastic.
Beelzebub is like another name for the devil.
Morningstar, which makes Pringles.
From their
Morningstar.
farm, yes.
Yeah.
Morningstar Farms.
I've been talking about Pringles all day today.
You gonna get some?
Pringles are pretty
Some
delicious.
Pringles
Yeah.
and maybe some Taco Bell
You crazy.
and BK. Yo, what if BK and Taco Bell collapsed, just combined? They collabed.
Well,
Well, it depends. Are you
Okay.
getting like taco burgers or are you getting like burger
tacos.
tacos?
Burger.
yeah.
Because technically, like taco is kind of like a burger taco, right?
Yeah.
It's just all the ingredients that's on a burger like crushed up and put into a tortilla.
Was there like a really long period of time where there was all these companies under the umbrellas that were just opening up like dual chains? That was always interesting to me.
Oh, you mean like a Taco Bell, John Long Silver's?
Yeah.
That's the There's one in Cascran.
Yeah.
Oh.
I say
John
we
Silver's.
had a Long John Silver's Taco Bell crossover here too. It's like fish tacos.
Well, I didn't
Why is
know
that not
about
often?
most of Taco Bell's menu because I only ever went to the combo ones, and they have limited menus compared to other Taco Bells.
Oh.
So when I went to my first like only Taco Bell, like last year, I was like, "What is all this stuff that's on here? This like, what the hell is a stacker or a
Yeah.
or like a double stack taco? Like, what is this stuff? This is amazing."
So I'm actually gonna trail us right back to aliens.
All right,
FBI.
I'm curious to see.
Okay,
All right.
on a completely different direction, where for some reason it just plummeted into religion. I'm gonna go on a different direction with it. So, there is a group of people that are basically studying how to measure dark matter. Do you know anything about this?
Dark
I know
matter,
the concept, yeah.
dark matter is a composite molecule that basically
it's not.
presents itself.
It's not
The same Minecraft, sir.
It's the
exact opposite
It
of
is
a complex
it is the
molecule
It is the lack thereof of a molecule
that exists in space.
Right. So like on Earth, right, we don't have a concept for it because everything has molecules, right? Air is not void of anything, right? The space in between is just more molecules, it's elements, it's all of the things that compose our world, right? But that not the same applies in space, right? And that's how we get different gravitational pulls, different densities, things of that. So they're trying to figure out how to measure it. And there's visible matter, and then there's what they're referring to as dark matter, right? Which is the absence thereof. But we know that dark matter has gravity because we have events like black holes, right? Which are confirmed.
What is dark? How
Well,
does
they're
dark matter
confirmed
tie?
in a way? Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. No, they're measured, they're studied, and we have images of them.
as best as we can, though.
Yes.
Like without actually experiencing it.
Right.
You know.
Go ahead.
How does dark matter tie into when?
Or I guess it would be antimatter, but same thing.
is
and
that
dark energy.
that ties into the same study where they were shooting the electrons through the beam?
That's neutrinos. That was neutrinos.
What is their connection?
That's
with,
particle colliders.
what's the connection between those two?
So
Because that seems similar. That's scary when you look at it. It changes.
so the whole reason that the study for neutrinos happened is because they found a particle that moves faster than light. That was the reason that
Oh yeah,
the
because
study
they
went
did
in.
like a test or like a study or whatever, and they're like, "Wait, this is showing up faster than we thought it would."
That's correct.
Right? Yeah. I remember hearing about
So
that.
basically they were there was a potential for all of our physics to collapse if that was the case, but it's not. So
I'm just waiting.
I guess the whole thing here is there's physical or visible matter, but the thing is that that's actually the minority of particle in the known universe, which I think I don't remember what the direct percentages is, but like physical matter is only like 20%. And we can only visibly see 20% because we can only see physical matter via light. Right? So I guess my question here is like maybe we're the outlier, and the reason that we haven't had more seen sightings, we don't have more relevant data, things like that. We haven't had as much exposure as what some people would consider, other life and stuff like that, is because like we're the ghosts.
So us being ghost and being outlier, miracle. Outlier is a miracle.
Okay, I'll
An
give you that
outlier
one.
is a miracle. Because I'm trying to think of the mathematical term for, because a coincidence is a mathematical term, I feel like.
Yes.
An outlier, I'm trying to think, is that like similar? Because math has that. Numbers go on forever.
Numbers are a human concept.
They are a human concept, so they're not even real. It's just like so many things are not real, and I'm so lazy to learn half of it. Or the stuff that I'm interested in, it's very fun.
It's just, I guess the big question the big thing that I wanted to plant is like, is a majority of what we're even in existence something that we can't even see and we're not even experiencing it? It's like, is there other?
There's definitely a possibility. I mean, like when someone, like for example, when someone creates like a program, right? There's always things that happen that they're like, how what the hell is causing this? You know, it could be the same thing as that we just there's so much going on that we don't know because it doesn't directly affect us, and we would have to seek it out.
Right.
We gotta try mushrooms because
Yeah, that's how you peer.
no.
You're into the
apparently
fourth
our
dimension.
senses, because animals see different shit.
Well,
They
that's
see
different.
fucking vibrational shit.
Yeah.
Their senses are attuned for that.
Yep.
We have a thin layer through evolution, if you want to believe that. I don't know. I feel like I believe it, I guess. Whatever. But we've adapted to have like our senses give us the right amount of perception to just like manipulate and be in this world naturally without being too bugged out by being overstimulated by it.
Well, yeah,
Everything that's coming at you.
I think we're made in the way that we're supposed to be made. I mean, like turtles can't fly, you know, and birds don't have a shell to protect them. Like everything has something that something else doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's just because we don't have this good of sight as like a dog doesn't mean that we should have as good a sight as a
I
dog,
feel like
you
we're
know?
meant to, but I do think we're meant to perceive all of it. So we're going to space, we're doing all that, we're trying DMT. But our natural state is like we're just
Shrouded.
sober. We're just like
I don't think we're meant to experience all of it.
Yeah.
We could.
but we have
We
the
could probably.
capability.
Could.
We
But
can.
I mean, not to try to get religious again, but the Tower of Babel. I mean, look what
can
happens
get
when
that
people
high.
try to experience things that they're not supposed to experience.
You can get so high you can touch God, basically. And it's like no
That's
reason
literally the
why
Tower
that
of Babel.
exists.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, he was.
And that ended super badly.
But there's no reason why we. So there's like right now. We
Do you
believe-
think? Do you think we're going that direction?
Oh, hell yeah.
Always.
Everything. There's people today that want to become immortal. There's people today that, like, just what you're explaining, like, awesome. If we can figure that out, cool, whatever. But I feel like it's probably not a good path to go down, you know? Like,
Why is this just the story of Final Fantasy 16?
dude, that is true.
played it, but
I gotta be honest, I still don't fully understand
There's a guy
the
that
whole story of Final Fantasy 16. Like, so the crystals were destroying the Earth,
Yeah.
but didn't he say that he created the crystals as like a backup because the Earth was getting destroyed by that blackness?
we're Dumbo and Chandra.
And like the crystals were meant to pull out a bunch of stuff so that he could do that revive spell to like recreate everything. So what the hell was causing the blackness?
It was their thoughts. They were
Sin.
thinking bad
It's sin. It's a metaphor for sin.
I don't know. I got a video. It's like 2 hours long, but I got a video explaining it, and I need to watch it. But it's like 2 hours long.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like
Fair enough.
I generally believe the natural state for a human being is just to just be chill, you know, and just exist. Put yourself through some excruciating, agonizing pain, but do everything in
Yeah,
a
we
moderate,
love pain.
a moderate, nice fashion where you can feel like you are getting somewhere and you can feel enriched by the process of doing so in the journey of life.
Yeah, but usually you don't get enrichment by not overcoming something, which to overcome something you have to put yourself in a state of trial.
And that's that excruciating pain. It's necessary for growth,
Yep.
I believe.
Yep. But like I think people always have that. And I know we
That's
all
not
know
good.
we all know that enough is just never enough. So, you know, it'll get to that point.
Is it good? I don't know. I don't think it's good for the human being to only experience the pain because they have the ability to experience all the. So their natural state should just be nothing, and then but they're comfortable with the experience all of the different senses and experiences as.
I
as
have
being
books and
alive.
stories being told to me to not seek knowledge because it's bad, but really it's just like, oh, don't learn about this because then you'll see through it.
yeah,
That's all. Yeah.
There, any experience is gonna have to probably exist at some point, right? For a human being, any experience. Because
I don't know. I feel like there's some
capable of
experiences we won't
experiencing
experience, like walking on the sun.
Walking on water.
But we'll get as
been
close
done.
as we
We
can
can do
to
that.
doing that, though. Walking on the sun
What?
in VR. Or
If you just
whatever.
make your feet big enough, you can walk on the water.
True.
Yeah, because they got those like water
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well,
feet things.
I think
it can just be solved by math. It's fine.
breathing in space.
We just got to take
Yeah,
air.
I don't think that would work.
We just
Well,
got to take the air with
we're,
us.
we're gonna
Solved
try.
by math.
Well, just physically no air, just breathe in
Like
space.
somebody's gonna try, especially with capitalism.
gonna breathe
and, like
with no
everybody trying to make money. Someone's gonna try that, especially if like tools are easier. I'm not talking like for real, but like even with VR or something, even with a simulation, our simulation
You're kinda
game is
right.
only gonna get better. People are gonna want to experience everything.
It's true.
But that's not good though.
It's not. I mean, I don't think it is.
I mean, look at what like we have we have literally all of the knowledge that's ever existed at our fingertips, and people are more dumb now than they were like 5-10 years ago.
but they're also.
I'm dumb.
So if we're able to experience
We're not-
anything we want,
We're not dumb.
It's not. It's not that.
I don't
it's-
really
it's
consider
that-
myself smart.
I don't think we're dumb.
It's that.
I don't think we're dumb. It's just you are utilizing tools. That's like saying that a guy that hits the nail with a hammer is more skilled than the guy that uses an air gun to shoot a nail in.
But there's
Who's
like
smarter, really?
But there's like an intelligence.
But there's an information age too as well, so that counteracts that what you're saying, because we have way more information. That technically means we're smarter. You can anything you want, you can Google to the point of boredom. So you have so much information, you're bored of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
That's
say that
the-
I don't think we're dumb. I don't think we're less smart.
We're
I
disengaged.
think that the skill set that we are valuing is the ability to obtain knowledge at a quick rate rather than storing it in our own brain.
No, you know
it's
what it
how
is?
people
you know
are
what the middle ground is?
using that knowledge now. So
it's meaning. It's like because apparently like what we're experiencing right now could be considered a meaning crisis as far as how everyone's reacting to having all this information.
well,
you know
like,
what I mean?
like 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, whatever. Take any time in the past.
Yep.
What someone could do with a piece of information that they gathered, I feel like is a lot more than what current day people can do with an piece of information.
Because people are lazy.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm saying
I think you're applying that perception maybe to your immediate surroundings.
well, no, I was connecting it to what he was saying is that we'll be able to experience anything at one point. It's like, just like how we now have all of the information at our fingertips, we're doing less with that information now than people who were like 100 years ago. Like if they found out a piece of information, they'd be able to do so much more with that piece of information than the normal person nowadays, because
It was valuable to them.
we just have all the information, so it's not as impactful anymore.
Well,
Whereas
I think that's exactly it. It's just like the things we've already hit so many big things that are impactful that we're more at a stage where they're small impacts. Just because they're not bigger jumps doesn't mean they're less valuable.
I'm not talking about scientific advancements. I'm just talking about people in general.
Yeah.
Like if you gave someone from 100 years ago and someone today the same information, that information would get the person 100 years ago.
Try to be like a little bit more specific.
I don't know. I don't know. Just like how to like plant something, for
Okay,
example.
yeah.
Like if you gave that, if you taught someone 100 years ago how to plant something, I feel like they would be able to use that information and common sense and smarts to build off that information themselves to actually build that into more than just what they were taught. Whereas people today, they'd be like, okay, so I know how to plant a seed and water it. It's like, okay, that's all they're gonna know. But they're like, but then someone will be like, I was like, why is it dying? It's like, oh, well, then they would have to get taught again. It was like, oh, because you didn't put any like fertilizer in it. Like, oh, okay. And then again and again and again. I don't think people from the past.
I'm pretty sure if
would
you
have
put
to do
someone
that.
that had no knowledge and you gave them a seed and they were in the middle of nowhere, they wouldn't be able to make it grow.
I know that. What I'm saying is that they were able to get more out of information than we do now because we just take all information at face value.
But
That's
I think
just
it also has to do with like some of the information they were given is a little bit more impactful and meaningful for their life. Because like
Yeah.
It's a lot more important for them to be able to grow a crop than it is for me to grow a crop.
That's just an example. But what I mean is that they're able to get more out of pieces of information than current day people. Because current day people, when you learn something, you're learning that thing, and then it's even something that's connected to it, and you learn that new thing. It's completely separated in people's minds nowadays. It's not adjacent. It's like I learned this thing, and then now I learned this thing. Whereas back then, it was like, okay, I learned this thing, and because I know this thing, I can kind of figure out that this thing is also connected to it.
Yeah.
And now I can figure out this thing, and then now I can figure out this thing. And I just think it's because we have so much access to information. Is like the whole calculator thing, is that people used to have to do mental math. Now they don't. I'm not saying that necessarily is a bad thing, but I feel like what I'm talking about before, if you connect that to that.
Well, yeah.
Like
so there's a really
having all information available to you is a detriment.
Yes, in a way, for sure. I definitely think that the reason people learn, like you're saying, is because it's applied. And like when you learn something and you apply it, and you become a master of that specific thing, you do still do that. I just don't think that people run that path. And I don't think that applies to everyone.
Not everyone.
And I think
but
you
most
might be
people.
applying that everyone to everyone before, because I don't think that that's the case at all. Like, I'm pretty sure a majority of the population were dumb as rocks.
Yeah, no, I was thinking
in terms of
thinking,
book
like,
smarts.
like they were pretty dumb. No, wait, no, they were. Look, I'm just as dumb as they probably were, to be honest with you. But that's only because I have so much information. They had no excuse. No, I'm just playing.
That's why things were getting invented back in the day, because not a lot of things were known of knowledge from now.
Like
you know?
they're definitely taking the information, and they're definitely like, it's valuable. Information is valuable because it is scarce, right? Now it's just like load me up.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's no critical thinking anymore. There it goes. I was trying to think of the term.
Yeah, I think
There's
and it has to do with like you don't have to.
Yeah.
Which I
And
agree.
That's
agree,
where
100%.
I'm connected.
Yeah.
Is because we have all this information, people don't need to be a critical thinker anymore. And just like he was talking about before, where all like we'd be able to experience everything through like VR and like programs and stuff. I think that would be just as detrimental to our critical thinking skills as being able.
It might be better.
I don't
it
think
might
so.
be better. It might actually be better because you are experiencing it actually.
But if you
I
could
say actually, but
if you
know
could
what I mean.
experience anything at the drop of a hat, it makes nothing meaningful.
Yeah, that's why I said meaning crisis, because
Yeah.
that's what Jordan Peterson said.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. What's going on?
All right, so little bit of change up here. We are bringing in one of our lovely friends here. This is David, and this ought to add some spice.
Why, hello. The conversation was far too engaging to sit out from this.
Yeah,
It got to a point where I got invested.
yeah. Do you have somewhere to just kick off already?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
on the
Please run.
perspective of people being stupider nowadays, you have to think of the amount of work put on the average individual nowadays compared to the time of like peasantry or like serfdom, even like the industrial age. Free time for people has taken a steep decline throughout human history to modern day.
Yes.
Especially, we are judging from primarily, I would say, a United States perspective, where
100%.
we have a grind mentality.
And even people that I have spoken to that are from other parts of the world immediately say, like, and these are people that came into the U.S. after being an adult, and they immediately start talking about how much more work we do than anywhere else they've lived in their lives.
You gotta
Yeah.
go. You
So
gotta
please
get in.
continue.
Yeah, people don't really have the ability to chase self-improvement or learn these skills when like your whole life is devoted to anything that can cause you financial benefit.
Yep.
Yeah, that
that's
just
an
connects-
element. That's an element that I think about constantly, and that's what keeps me right in the middle. Keeps me right in the middle of just everything. I'm just like, yeah, I'm 50-50 on that.
It just connects to what I was saying, though. Like, I agree, but society is like that because of our technological advancements. I mean, in a lot of ways, before the internet, the world was a much better place.
You could also argue that before the internet, it was a much worse place too, though.
Yes.
In what way?
Just information regarding like what you can learn, what you can see about the other world, connections between people. We used to have to deal with like mails. Just the invention, like even without the modern day internet, just like the advent of email and instant messaging, huge for pretty much any form of communication on the planet.
And then you could say, oh, but like, okay, like it's definitely swapping more to like world culture, more connection. And whenever you get a lot of different influences, things from a far away view will look watered down.
Yeah.
It maybe
Like the Krabby Patty.
like the Krabby. It's just like the Krabby Patty. It's
We
just
brought
like
it back.
The Krabby Patty. Yes. So like, you get more ingredients and things start to get muddled. So you could like argue again that it's like a lesser quality of life, but it's also like a better, and it is perception.
But let me ask you, like you brought up like the email, for example. Do you really think that human relationships have gotten better because we're able to easily access people now?
Absolutely.
I think it's the
Absolutely.
exact opposite.
The idea that people did not talk to each other has been persistent throughout all of humankind. You can go back to the early 1900s, and when people were discussing, like, having breakfast with the family, they would say that their noses are all turned up and conversation is scarce because they're deep in a newspaper. This is just general human principle. The advent of instant messaging and communication of that means has people talking more nowadays than ever before.
Yeah.
Just because it's a new medium does not mean it's not conversation.
But are they? Yeah, they're talking more, but it's just superficial. It's way less impersonal.
So I mean, you could argue that okay, if we took this communication and like plopped it onto a old society, those people still existed.
Yeah, but the only reason why we are the way we are now is because we grew up in the world that we know. I mean, we would be just like those people if we grew up in that time. It's the technology that I feel like has been a huge detriment to society. Now, there's a lot of positives, obviously. Being able to talk to your mom that lives across the country,
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
People back then could never do that.
Nope.
And I bet that is a huge personal thing, like, and improves things a lot. But at the same time, being able to talk to anyone at any time for any reason, I feel like it brings down each interaction.
It normalizes it.
It makes it super impersonal. So when back in the day when you were walking down the street and you saw George, you haven't seen him in a week, that's a big event. You talk, you express. Now you're walking down the street, you see George, you avoid him because you're like, I got something to do. I don't want to talk to George.
I mean, those people in your life are going to exist whether or not you had instant messaging.
I feel
or
this
that.
is a common thing for just general humanity. Even like back then, maybe you don't want to speak to George even if it's been a week. Maybe back the idea of time has changed with the advent of technology because of the interpersonality of being able to like message all the time. Is that really a bad thing that it's not as important for it to be like, it's now an event? If that event like gets stripped away, but you're always like closer bonds, closer like means of getting in contact with people, why do we need like that like meeting? Why do we need that event?
Because
I think
because a group of people meeting in a physical space will trump any kind of online or phone interaction 1,000,000 times to one.
Yeah, but just because messaging exists doesn't mean that other thing can't happen.
But-
and I would just wanted to come up with this just because I was going to let David finish real fast before. As someone that
Thank you,
doesn't
David.
constantly jump down my connections' throats and hit them up all the time, I don't abuse social media in any way. Those messages that I do have with these people are still important. And maybe
Yeah.
that's just a perspective of someone that doesn't constantly like reach my fingers out and get in other people's like situations during their life all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't have that problem.
Yeah, but for every majority, there's a minority.
Absolutely. And
I feel like you're in the minority.
yeah, I'm in the minority, but like
And that's the problem.
I feel like there was probably a minority at every point in time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying now is that now the minority is not the people who are the majority now, or like they're having a lot of conversations with people, like people they don't care about nothing they care about. It's very impersonal.
I feel like superficial conversations have been here since the
For
dawn
sure,
of time.
but
And
they're-
just because there's now more of them doesn't mean that it's a bad.
majority.
It's changed our culture.
It's a bad thing, or it's like an issue. You choose who you want to have important conversations with. Human beings, by nature, are social creatures.
Now we just have more options.
yes. Now we just have more options on the matter.
And I think, and again, this is going like in pro of your stance on this. It's just exposure, you know? So the avenues that we've created give us a more visual intake of all the interactions that happen. It's not that there's more of them. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're less impersonal. It's just all of the things that are impersonal and arbitrary, we can see it.
Yeah, but I don't think you could have a truly like personal relationship with someone in today's society like back then. Now, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just majority. Like, I'm not speaking like absolutes. I'm speaking generalization.
I understand, yeah.
For every 10 people that I think are like this, there's a one person like you who can have a very personal relationship with someone like in the modern day age.
Right.
I just think there's only so much that a human can like take in.
Yes.
And if you are filling it up with garbage,
100%.
you are not leaving room for things that could have been good.
You're 100% on it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really the biggest, and it's not communication. Well, I guess it actually does kind of roll into communication, because you could argue that it opens up in a virtual community, right? The development and difference of social behaviors from like the village size community to like some of the first cities.
And you already know my stance on cities.
Oh, it's
I hate them.
it's all
So,
different.
I would state that with our modern day communication network, you can form even more personal connections because you can find people of like-mindedness. There is much more, like you can dive into much bigger niches than any point in human history with people all around the globe. Like for instance, you and me, we're both into like things like tabletop gaming and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Back in the day, it's nigh impossible to find somebody with those interests. But now you can build like personal like communication networks solely through like completely digital means. And I don't think just because it's through a network such as that, it
That
takes
it's less.
away any of the strength of that connection.
In a way, I agree, but I also disagree. Yes, you can find someone that you would have had no possibility of finding them 50 years ago. But I think the majority of those instances do not end with you becoming best friends in real life. I think for a majority, it either stays online completely, which in my perspective, like my opinion, is very impersonal. Even if it's very personal online, it's impersonal because it's not that human in the same space.
It's not as organic.
I would have to.
Yes, or it leads to just fizzle out. I've met hundreds of people throughout my life that I've talked to online where all the same interests. And then I don't talk to a single one of them nowadays.
I would like to rebuke that just because I have personal experience with my upbringing. I was homeless for a good like 3 to 4 years. My only real like means of connection with individuals was through the internet, and I've created bonds I feel like I will have through the lifetime of that. I was like not in school. The only places I could talk to anybody was online.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's great.
On the note of like forming meaningful relationships, I will not get into my parents too much because they're pieces of shit, but they met.
It's documented now.
They documented. They met online on EverQuest back in the 1990s, and they are still together to this day.
EverQuest. EverQuest.
Huh?
EverQuest, really?
EverQuest,
Yes, they
Okay.
were the
All right.
OG gamers.
Sorry, just continue.
But-
guys.
I feel to discount the idea, like, just because you cannot meet in person doesn't mean that these relationships cannot last a lifetime or hold up through like the span of time, even when like there's fluctuations of communications through either party.
I think my point's not really coming across. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm saying it's rare, and that for society, it's a detriment. For every one person like you who have found true relationships through people online, there are dozens of people like me who have never met a single person online that went anywhere past talking for like a month.
That would be the majority you're saying.
Can I ask how much both party try to maintain that relationship?
Usually it's
I think he's
just
kind of
me.
Just because-
he's kind of coming back at like the
That-
impersonality of the whole situation.
Because that's not a person in your life. Like for you, I get it. I'm not trying to diminish your
of
things.
course.
I 100% believe you. I'm not trying to say your experiences aren't true. What I'm trying to say is that person online isn't real for the majority of people. That is a person that if I just stopped responding to them, they would disappear completely. And just having that avenue,
that has validity.
It does.
just having that
absolutely.
avenue makes it less personal for most people. Not everyone, obviously.
I could just
but for
stop
most
talking to someone too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just.
I know that, but that was a person that was in your physical space,
Right.
And they are no longer there. That is an absence. But online, it's like online, like Twitter and stuff. Those people responding to your comments, they aren't people. Those are profiles responding to your comments.
Why is it better to physically share a space than mentally?
Because it's just human. Because you said humans are social, and I don't think
but
we're
social is
but I don't-
conversation.
I
as
don't
well.
think we're
It's not-
social in that aspect. We haven't adapted to that yet mentally as a species. We are still craving this interaction.
Yeah.
That's why people love watching podcasts where they're in the same room.
Yep.
Podcasts where someone's just on a computer talking to the other person on the computer, it's fine, but most of them are not big like the ones where it's like Joe Rogan or that guy you like, the Schultz guy.
Yeah.
It's people in a room interacting because there's something magical about people interacting in person. And I just don't think as a species we have adapted to consider digital interaction on the same level
It's like
as
considering
in-person interaction.
Yeah, and I mean, you
element.
could argue that it's because the experience isn't the same,
Yeah.
right? Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah,
And
'cause,
I mean,
like-
so who's to argue that like that experience through tech advance is not going to like get there? But
could.
This is this is a really dumb way to like sum up kind of what we're doing right now. We're fighting over Coke and Diet Coke.
Who?
No, this conversation.
I can see the point there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So it's like, okay, there's real sugar in this,
I
so it's
guess.
gonna be better.
I
think so?
guess.
Yeah, and I'll concede the point that there's definitely like more of an energy when you're meeting in
Yeah.
person.
Like right now, I am fucking going crazy on the inside. Just being with people in the same room.
Right,
My anxiety is off the fucking charts right now. But online, it ain't there. It just doesn't feel as real.
Right? No, 100%.
And yeah, because
Yes. If you guys didn't hear that, Rich just said it feels fake.
I think it depends on the person, like the way their nerves
Yeah.
tend to fluctuate when it comes to like a digital space versus an online space as well. Like it's not a 1-to-1 comparison, but like when I run my D&D games online, I get anxious and nervous.
Yeah.
But when I've played stuff in person, I don't really get that same energy.
Yeah.
wow, like yeah, I can definitely tell. Like yeah, it may be the Coke with Pepsi thing. Because
Coke and Diet Coke.
Why not?
You said Coke and
Why
Pepsi,
not?
But continue.
We love sugar and aspartame.
Gonna get a fucking Coke after this now.
A
wish.
bump or a drink?
Definitely not a bump.
I'm joking.
all right, Coke or Pepsi.
Just continue, Shield.
Nitro Pepsi. Shit's good. Yeah, shit's good.
Actually,
Monster
good.
Celsius. It's like what? Yeah, but like yeah, they're both two things, not comparable at all.
I just want to
say sugar free is one of the options.
We weren't really
Sugar-free
talking
might be-
about
It's sugar-free snail mail.
I think these conversations get so much harder, and I think it's a good reason why individuality and stuff like that has really started to take a precedent in a lot of ways, which I find fantastic. When you start talking about minority or majorities, yeah, you can't apply it.
I think
It doesn't apply.
I think you can. There's always a majority and a minority
You can
with
say
anything.
a majority, but like you could say it for like I don't think you can say it for things like what you're trying to say it for.
No, I think you can.
I think
I think most humans
It's-
are alike, and then there's always a minority in every
Oh,
instance.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying
Oh.
like 100%. I'm saying that the conversation gets way harder when you start applying broad strokes to people.
Yeah. And it usually comes up with a lot of my viewpoints is that people take it as me saying like everyone, you know, like I'm not discrediting anyone's experience. I'm just saying humanity as a whole. I think it's detrimental because most people aren't like that. It was like that thing we were talking about where in that one podcast about whether people need like struggle or whatever, and then like if they didn't have to work, would they
Yeah.
thrive? I was like, I don't think the majority of people would thrive without having to work.
I agree.
Just like this is, I think a majority of people aren't developing real connections. They might even think they're real, and I'm not trying to say you aren't. I'm just trying to say there are some people who would straight up like say like, oh yeah, this person, but then they never meet them up. You know what I mean? Or like or just like one day they stop talking, and then yeah, it sucks for a little bit, but then it's like nothing. You know?
Yeah.
And that's mostly just me talking from my experience, because me and you have a completely different experience with online interactions.
it's your privacy. It's kind of like your privacy's been invaded because you do allow these people to come in that you don't know, and they take a peek into your life and then they just leave. I understand what you're saying. And
Wow,
this,
yeah,
and this,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
this sucks. And I akin it to dating apps.
Yeah. It's like how I guess in a way it's kind of like how do you portray real you in a text box?
I have a very hard time doing it.
Yeah.
Because every single person I ever talk to, they find out I'm a conservative and they just fucking dip. So, like, they don't even give me a chance. It's so annoying.
Yeah. No, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Definitely love the energy that does come from, this. And also at the same time, it's funny because I feel like physical interactions keep like a limiter on like the way that we all compose ourselves as well.
It's more cordial.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have some. I want to bring up. I got something.
Okay, go for it, please.
It's an article, so you gotta pull it up.
All right, while he's pulling
Putting Vitae
that up, I just want to say one last thing about this if
Yeah.
we're going to spin off.
Yeah.
Another thing of why I feel like it's less impersonal, like, for example, talking over the phone, you're not hearing their real voice. You're hearing like like the electrical recreation of your voice.
Right.
And it's just more aligned with like it being impersonal. What are you doing? Oh, he's right that you could have talked to him. All right. So this mysterious article that we're about to be brought up.
Hey, to this point, yeah, I probably wouldn't have sat on the phone talking to you in this depth.
Yeah, no, it's just different. It's about like the like during the whole COVID thing, people not to try to get back to religion, but the whole trying to stop like conjugation, or I don't think I used that word right.
Yeah, you did.
But
Congregation.
There you go. Is because like it says in the Bible that do not look down on like people being together in the same space. Do not look down on people being in like it's just different.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
humans for all of history, whether you believe in the Bible or not, whether you're like you believe in evolution, you think we came from like the Neanderthals, right? It was all in same space, personal. Now, could we eventually develop as a species where talking to someone online will give you the same vibe as talking to someone in person? We could. I don't know. I just don't think it would be good.
Do you know the exact like scientific terms for like if there is a study or a document from some institution that researched the way your brain reacts talking to somebody through a digital space versus an in-person interaction?
Nope.
Because I feel like there is some like
There's probably some stuff.
there has to be
Yeah.
like some sort of like look into study.
No
of that.
doubt, no doubt. I'm such a skeptic.
Yeah, but no, I don't
I'm very
believe.
skeptical as well. So
and I'm just gonna voice this because like again, I feel like I've just been like the combatant this whole time.
hello, I'm here to aid you.
Don't feel bad, please. Like I'm loving this engaging.
Oh
stuff.
no, I have no problem with people combating my ideals.
Okay.
If I did, they wouldn't be very strong, would they?
It genuinely comes
One of
from a
us would
place
go
of
through the
love.
table.
What?
I said one of us would go through the table.
Yes.
So the fuck? I say these things and I'm just like, God, you're such an asshole. So it's like, all right, yeah, it's like don't what was the quote that you used about gathering?
Oh, I was paraphrasing, but like, don't
Yeah,
look
no, you're
down
good.
on two or more people meeting to worship God or something.
Yeah, it's because when people get in a group, they're hype, and after that, they're easily manipulatable. You know, like just saying. Yeah, that's why rallies exist, and that's why whenever people that are trying to control large populations gather a bunch of people all in the same place. Yeah,
All right, I
herd
can see
mentality. It's
see that.
yeah, it's all bad. Did you find anything on that?
What was it about, Shield?
You need to create a
about-
notepad on your
it's-
computer.
It was about how talking is racist. It was an article.
What?
Dude.
Walking is racist.
Yeah, we already did that, Shield.
Yeah,
you can
but
look
the-
up
but
anything
the
and say
talking
is
racist.
blank racist,
The
and it'll
talking
come up.
was racist was more specific because it was like with the specific article. Like it was with a specific news whatever.
Can I ask?
You didn't
something?
find it.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Did you walk over there and specifically tell Vitea to type in "is talking racist" into the Google search bar?
Yeah.
Racist talk.
Yeah,
Speech is racist.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's
Right.
hard.
Yeah.
It's like when I tried to get you to look up that revelation of meaning. It's like it only brought up revelation stuff, like
Like the meaning of revelation.
Yeah, like. Yeah, no, I suck at Googling stuff.
Jujul.
I suck at it so
Who was
much.
working with World Economic Forum, right?
Ask
With
Jeeves.
with the WHO.
Who? Oh, who?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically the same side of the coin.
So they don't want us to find it anyway. Basically, it was just making making fun of black people. Basically, it was like fucked up. Fucked up.
No, but you could literally look up anything. Like you could say like, is being on time racist? Is hiking racist?
Hiking is racist. We looked that up.
We did. It said it was, so it's got to be
hiking is
racist.
Very racist.
Is swimming racist? Everything.
Everything.
It's really ridiculous.
Hiking is super racist.
You'll find at least one article
Hiking's racist
of someone
is my
being like,
favorite.
"Yeah,
That's my favorite.
what the hiking one?
Yeah.
hiking is racist.
Why is that your favorite?
It's just funny.
It's just funny, bro.
The question I pose
funny.
is how much of these articles are meant to be clickbait to get ad revenue?
All of them.
I don't know. I just know
Google.
that I just know that they're opinion pieces. But it's just ridiculous that these supposed news locations would even put that on there. You know, it's
crazy.
it's ridiculous.
Guys, we could be a news location very easily.
There's so much crazy things
I mean,
happening
so easy.
anyway.
How many people just got laid off from journalism? I think
Good.
the Wall Street Post laid off 12,000 employees.
Yeah,
That
someone
could be-
was just complaining about it, and someone responded with a screenshot of one of their articles that says, "Try skipping breakfast to save money," like during this whole inflation period.
It works-
And
it
he
works
was like,
really well,
And he
actually.
was like, "Hey, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Is there anyone who's willing to hire me?" Blah, blah, blah. And they responded with that and said, "Hey, try skipping breakfast to save some money, man."
I mean, I just do coffee.
No, yeah. But it's just a part of those
Home
articles
coffee.
that came out during the
I need to do
inflation
that
to
more.
make the average American person seem like they're stupid because they're struggling.
Yeah, would
It's
you
like,
say-
inflation is crazy? Like people are struggling, and then for you to put out an article to be like, "Yeah, have you tried just not eating?" Like peasant, like you're like, damn.
Did you have something? You look like you were ready to engage something.
I just love this.
She'll be vibing.
What else? What else we got? What else we got? We went from dark matter, aliens straight back to religion, then to social concepts and how digital media affects the brain. That's pretty cool.
What is our goal in having these discussions? That's my question. I'm positive.
Isn't the goal just conversation?
The goal is conversation, and we're doing it in
Yeah.
person, but then we're delivering it digital. Look at us. We're so 50-50.
And our-
Oh yeah, look at that. Both sides of the fence.
Hey,
And are we,
it's to our benefit because we're experiencing it.
and would you say that we're flourishing and we're achieving our goal, like throughout these episodes?
I feel good.
Well, without
I do.
discussion, there
I
can
do.
be no progress. So
Yeah,
Yep.
I think there's been progress.
Yeah, just like these guys.
oh,
Look at that.
I keep
congregation.
forgetting
thinking
the
about
things
these
that you
guys.
guys bought for that first episode.
Don't you
Where's
like that, though?
Where's the chicken? Is
So-
he still up? Okay.
Oh yeah, the
the picture
chicken's
right
still
there.
there. He's just out of frame.
Jeez.
So let's go back. Let's go back to. Damn, it's probably just gonna lead down the same rabbit hole. That's the only problem.
Back to aliens.
No, no, not for the third time. I was gonna say.
Is it Taco Bell again?
No.
Oh yes,
No,
I gotta
no.
remember that.
No, we were talking about experiencing everything through like VR, right?
Yeah,
So
this-
yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
And
Yeah.
and you know what's fucked up? I don't care about us, the adults. We have to make those decisions. The children. Imagine, like, I mean, something as simple as the fucking new Apple thing. If you're
Yeah.
a kid and you have that, well, I mean, you're chilling.
No, because you're just still like virtually placing screens in your room. It's not the same.
I feel like that can change a kid's life in maybe not the best direction. Maybe the best direction, maybe not.
It's just an advancement of what I've been talking about. It's just whatever I was just talking about why it's bad. It's just this is the advancement of that.
Like
It's
a-
just
that's-
worse.
yeah.
It's just worse. Like
Yeah.
A 14-year-old child with that in his room by himself forever. His mom don't really care. He don't really leave the house. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And he got a PlayStation 5. So
Do you think in any future iteration of us like realizing these problems and actually taking action to mitigate some of them that this technology could honestly be amazing though?
I think the technology is going to be amazing regardless.
I think it's
but
going to be
the-
amazing regardless too.
amazing in the definition, yeah. That it's an amazing technology.
Yeah. No, I also
It's
think
gonna
it
be
could
bad.
be I think it could be resourceful and good.
The question I pose is what limitations are too much of a impact on a person's self-independence?
I agree.
Because I don't know if you recently saw, but this is more related to gaming. But China recently set a restriction where like you can only spend a certain amount of money on virtual currency in like I believe like a year to like 5.
Interesting.
And obviously, that's not one to one of just like virtual headsets and stuff like that. But like, it's a topic to be had because there's going to be virtual games for these virtual headsets,
Yes.
and people will get absorbed in these. And
Yes.
what kind of restrictions do you even place on individuals?
You know, honestly, I don't think it should be anyone's decision besides the user. Personally, I don't think that anyone should put any blockades on it. I mean, I guess you could consider it to almost be like a drug problem. It's definitely a drug problem.
yeah, because I mentioned one thing. Not only does the 14-year-old kid have that, but he has a vape. Oh my god, it's over with.
Same
Vaping and VR. Let's
vaping
go.
and VR.
Over
VR
with.
vaping.
Oh,
no,
man,
but
I can't
I'm
wait to vape in the metaverse with Mark Zuckerberg.
dude, they'll bring elf bars back. It'll be great. But yeah, I was being able to experience things more firsthand, and it's not organic. It's not organic, but it could get us really close to organic experiences, and there could be tons of benefits to that, depending on the use case of what those experiences are. Right?
I mean, I just think that like any kind of overstimulation of anything for a human is just bad. Like whether like yeah, would it be cool to just be able to throw on a VR headset and go like visit the Grand Canyon whenever you want? Yeah, that'd be great. But having just so much stimulation at your fingertips with like no process, like hard process of getting to that. Because nowadays, if you want to go see the Grand Canyon, you got to work, build up the money.
Yep.
do a vacation, go there, experience the hardships of a vacation, you know?
Yeah.
And
like the stimulation comes from the event. Now the stimulation and the appreciation is getting your hands on the technology to experience all those things. And it just kind of like boxes it up.
did you guys see that cartoon? Or not cartoon, it was a comic. It was like, I don't know if it would be considered a political comic or not, but it was someone sitting on the beach with a, like the Apple thing or like a VR headset and with their wife next to him and they're enjoying, and he's like, oh my God, this is so amazing. She's like, honey, why don't you take that off and enjoy the moment with me? He goes, okay. And he goes and he takes it off and it shows him in his room wearing one. Just like in a room on like, just like a mattress on the floor with like nothing around him. And he's like, this is great. Like, is that great though? Like, you know, like, that's really fucked up.
How common do we think individuals who go that far down the rabbit hole would even be in society?
Most people.
Most people?
I think most people.
There's probably going to be not that far, but I think there's going to be a decent amount of people that will choose to live in them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most people of current civilization, of the way that people are now, I think most people, because most people already don't want to work. Most people already want things, you know, like universal basic income and stuff like that. And this is just the obvious next step. It's like you can be or do anything you want without having to try.
Mm-hmm. And I'll even bring this up because I say it all the fucking time, but like the Vision Pro, right? Apple makes a move to add a specific feature and puts a lot of value on a specific thing. The industry is going to follow in like the biggest way that they possibly can to follow up to that and do better than what they did, right? Mm. The emphasis on pass-through shows an immediate, like...
But you can play Fortnite on it.
Yeah, okay. You can play Fortnite on it, yes. But I'm saying, like, their value on being able to interact with your world while wearing the headset being such a large priority is the problem. 100%.
It's going to...
They want you... That maybe they don't directly want you, but the industry is going in a direction where you are encouraged to live in this thing.
Also, it's probably going to exacerbate the number of schizophrenics in the world by a lot.
Yeah, we're going to find out a lot more people have epilepsy.
I mean, we used to just have to rely on Pokemon for that.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you feel about
I don't think it's going to enlarge the number of people with schizophrenia in the world.
I think it will.
Like,
because we've already seen some of the things that nowadays, like,
but schizophrenia is something you're like born with. It isn't something that develops over time.
I think
can be.
It can be triggered.
It can be developed.
Like, I think marijuana can trigger it.
Yeah, it's linked to it.
It can trigger it, and some people have a bad reaction with weed, and it can trigger it.
Yeah, no, you can definitely develop schizophrenia.
Through other means as well.
I wish to look that up.
It's just like people are going to be living in two worlds at once, and the human brain is like super easy to be fucked with.
Yeah, actually going back to our conversation that we were having about like the village society versus like big city
Earlier
society,
males
and
may
how
have
like
less
that directly shows like how many relationships that we can hold as humans.
Yeah, it was
right?
it was like 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that many.
No.
and then you add in, like you're saying, another life.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I mean-
one of those relationship priorities are going to fall, and I don't think it's going to be the one not in the headset.
Yeah, it's not going to be the one that's hard. It's going to be it's going to be
no, it's going to be the one
that's
that's
what I
hard.
meant.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
going to be the one that's
yeah.
not hard.
Not
It's
the one
gonna,
that's convenient.
It's like you guys have played Fallout 3, right?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Of course.
My bad.
Of course, Rich has. You remember that section where you have to go into the VR? That is what we're going to. People just living in VR. And it's not good. It's no good.
No chicharrones?
No bueno.
No chicharrones.
No chicharrones.
Dame.
It will be a really interesting next 5 years, though. That I can
It's
say
going to be
with a
fun
certainty.
if you were like in fucking high school or something. You had a bunch of money.
Why do you directly correlate to being in high school with a
Because
bunch
you
of
don't have
money?
a job. You don't
The
have to
free
pay
time.
taxes.
It's the free
That
time.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the free time. Okay.
I get it.
Yeah, but not. You said a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So you can buy the headsets and shit.
Oh, you're saying
Nothing.
if you're in high school and you have a lot of money, or if you're in high school and you have a lot of money?
You need to have the
Like-
money to buy the headsets.
Yeah.
If you don't have any money to buy this shit, you're just miserable watching.
Well, it's going to be, it's eventually going to be like a government issued thing. in my opinion.
VR headset?
VR.
Yeah.
No. We can't even
Like-
get government issued
No, no,
internet.
but that's what they want, though. They want the complete control.
We already have the internet, and there are so many sections of the country that you still cannot get proper internet connection.
Yeah, like where I live.
Yeah,
Thank you, Elon.
exactly. Why the hell would that be mandated when we can't even get one of the best like inventions of the like the 20th century throughout the whole country?
Yeah.
Because
It might make more sense for just like a company that makes a banger product to just supply them.
It's
that,
gonna
that
be-
seems more feasible.
because the end goal. I'm going into my conspiracy side now. We're back to conspiracy.
Oh yeah, full
Yeah,
fucking full
so
tinfoil
when
hat.
when the government was issuing VR headsets, I already knew it was going that direction.
the final goal is to have everyone living in VR except the elite, and the and you know, it's a whole thing. It was like we start with like universal income, blah 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 blah. So I think it's not crazy to think that they could eventually get to the point where it's so easy to make that they just issue one to every citizen and then be like, hey, because we're having rolling blackouts because we got rid of all of our nuclear and coal and gas, for 5 hours a day, everyone has to be in their headset and just laying in their bed.
That's actually scary. I can imagine that. Dude,
I-
I can imagine it, dude.
I call complete bullshit because the way I read that, you don't have people working for 5 hours a day. You know how much fucking profits are lost?
Yeah, well, this is full conspiracy. So we already have AI bots like running the network and
dystopian
running,
as fuck.
running the work chain.
No, not everyone is going to be in the VR.
Everyone's
Only
wearing
certain people are
sweatpants.
going to be VR. The low people.
Well, no,
What is
actually,
the-
it might be the exact opposite.
Oh God, what did they call?
Yeah, I
what did
feel
they
like
call
it'd be the elite having their massive VR orgies.
They can sculpt their whole world.
Look-
They're going to be chilling.
Look,
right?
everybody gonna be wearing sweatpants.
They're going to be in the holodeck world.
What
and we're
did
going to
Klaus
be on the
Schwab
fucking.
call the lower people? Again, it was like something like undesirables or like.
Are you talking about us? You talking? This is what he calls us.
I can see such an idea in a place as certain sects of India where they do have a caste system.
Yeah.
Where I that's not saying that's going to happen because I still believe this is peak science fiction. This is Matrix level stuff that I can never see happening.
Yeah.
Like in actuality.
I mean, they talk about wanting to do it in the WF like literally every day, but
the WF.
WEF,
W-
World Economic Forum. I've done. We have a whole segment on this podcast
Actually,
of where
if
I bring
you don't and you haven't seen some of these, it's actually scary, dude.
where they're
Well, this
and
is
they say it in the
dystopian.
most positive way possible.
Yes.
They're literally just like, "Is that a future you guys are looking for?" And everyone's like, "No," and she's like, "Well, it's already here."
It's very real.
Yes.
It's like it would be so good if we just made everyone allergic to food,
Yeah,
like shit, like
to
that.
meat.
Yeah,
To meat.
specifically meat.
It's
yeah.
like,
Like,
well, yeah.
because they want you to eat bugs. They want you to be allergic to beef
The
and
basic
meat so
idea
that you
is
can eat
they're
bugs.
purposely
So when I brought it-
dystopian on purpose.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we're in the future, so it's even scarier.
It's like super villain shit
So
in real
here's,
life.
here's a rough take. That's really dumb, but I'm gonna say it because it came to my head. So whenever we were talking about aliens, and I said that I didn't think they're gonna be anything like us, I think they're gonna be bugs. I really think they're gonna be bugs.
So you take that.
So the
opinion
reason-
that
the
bugs
reason-
are like the ultimate form.
Yes, and the
Okay.
reason that they want us to get off of meat and start eating bugs is now we can eat the aliens when they come, bro.
What's that movie? What's that movie? There it is. There it is. Thank
I
you,
feel
Rich.
like-
Oh, there's already a movie.
I love that movie.
There's already a movie about eating the aliens.
No. It's the bugs are the bad guys in that movie. It's a satirical. It's satirical movie on military.
If you want, you can take it.
What's it called? What's it called? Satirical. God, what's the type of government that's like run by the military? No.
What was that question?
The type of government that's like run by like military.
Private militias or
No.
Judicial.
You know how like there's like autocracies and democracies and republics and like they're all based on like what's running it.
It's not oligarchy.
Yeah, see, like I can't remember the word, but it's basically
It's not is it not
Synagogue.
authoritarianism?
maybe
Synagogue.
I don't know, but it's
Synagogue.
stormtroop. God, what is it again?
Stormtroopers from
Starship Troopers.
Space Force. Fuck.
I don't know, But anyway, it's a satirical movie about like how crazy it can get when like the world's run by like the like the government.
Right,
And,
right,
like,
right.
I don't even remember what we were talking about now.
Eating the bug aliens.
Yeah. And I wanted
Yeah.
to bring on to that. Stratocracy is the term we are looking for.
Thank
Is
you.
it?
But on the topic of aliens, I feel that no matter what, any form of advanced civilization would have to be somewhat similar to what a human is in design, namely bipedal features and
That's
opposable
fine.
thumbs.
Yeah, that's
So-
both of those things are
My question comes from to this is how exactly could we because we don't have like any evidence of insects on Earth throughout any bit of history with multiple biomes to keep in mind of evolving in a state where they have either the intelligence or the ability to adapt to use tools, because the biggest leap for
yeah,
any
that's
civilization is the use of tools.
What about
I've-
what about spiders?
Spiders,
I mean, you could argue they use tools, kind of.
but they wouldn't have the ability to make things like
They're
hammers,
arachnids.
Their
gloves.
biggest leap is
like
that's
build.
their superpower.
They don't have.
Isn't that like
Ants,
their biggest leap
ants build
is
mounds,
tool using.
and they dig tunnels.
They do build mounts of tunnels, but like
Yeah, but they're not. But they're just using. They're just using brute force to do so.
brute force and like the elements of the earth, and they don't have a way to harness the elements.
I mean, if there's a strong enough, like, I mean, some of these, like insects
Found
have
some.
like the neural network thingy going on, or like group thought or whatever, right? Or it's probably just through pheromones. I know that, but they could just brute force their way all the way up to it if they're strong enough.
I would state that the exception to like my idea of like bipedal and like having opposable hands is like octopi.
Yeah, no, they're
Eight
smart.
Yeah, 8 limbs and the ability to like grip onto things.
Yeah. I mean, they got jars open. They do all that shit. It's crazy.
Their downfall is like you can't have any like alien civilization that comes from the ocean. There's no way to like harness raw metals. There's no way to like really like advance
Right.
without
There's
being
not
on dry land.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's from the perspective of a human on Earth. I mean,
That's a good perspective, though.
things could be different on a non-carbon based planet. You know, I mean,
I was strictly thinking because like bugs are really scary and it's hard.
yeah,
to
they're like
them
kind of
sometimes.
peak.
Yeah, I will concede it, but it's
Made.
just like
They're,
the,
like,
the
strong.
3 factors you would need to like really like move up in like the evolutionary line would be the ability to farm, the ability to make tools, and the ability to like build better and better defenses for yourself.
All right, what about this? They are able to breathe and eat through just air, so no need to farm. 2, they have telekinetic powers. They don't need to make tools. 3, what was the third one?
Well, telekinetic.
No, I'm just giving you counterpoints to all 3 of those.
Yeah, but
what
like,
was the third one?
just better and better defenses from like
Oh.
the elements and
Their
the world
telekinetic
at large.
powers, baby.
So I'm imagining.
Okay, an X-Men, sure, but
Okay.
Hey, I don't know. There could be telepathy.
I mean, maybe they don't. You know, there are people
Or
that
telekinetics,
get down
not
pretty
telepathy.
good, like painting with their mouths. I don't think it's too far of a stretch to have like bipedal insects. I
Look
mean,
at crows. Crows
Oh.
use tools and shit.
yeah, no, that's real.
They don't have
The
thumbs.
birds with the sticks.
true. But
Have
how
you
much?
seen the birds with
I
the
have seen the
sticks?
birds with the sticks, but
The
how
birds
much?
with the sticks
How
are
much can they
crazy.
truly advance?
Have you seen the birds with the sticks?
We don't know.
with just like movements of the mouth?
I don't.
yeah,
I think.
yeah,
I
no,
think
no.
we're.
Yeah, no, they would never in like a billion years using only your mouth get to the same point of technology and innovation as humanity
Yeah.
if they were at a ground zero.
Thumbs are clutch.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Thumbs are so
I think it's
clutch.
just we're not able to grasp it because we can't
That's
see
actually kind of a good pun.
how things would be done without our advantages. I think.
Let's grasp it.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, it's a perspective.
Yeah, like because we couldn't.
Water anyone?
Because like it's like asking you to think of a new color.
I'm good.
You know, like we can't grasp it because
Well, it would take
We're
us a while.
limited.
Oh, okay. I told Vitae to pull up the birds with sticks. This shit is super.
Oh yeah, you know you can train crows to be like your friends. You just leave them gifts, and then over time they'll start bringing you gifts, and then it'll get to the point where when people show up to your house, they'll attack those people to protect you.
Look at this bird. He's getting the food out of the tube with a stick.
Wait, is that a crow?
Do you guys know
Bro.
of the metal lining that's used to keep birds off of rooftops?
Yeah,
Now.
the ones that stick them in the butt.
They use it as structure instead.
Yes,
Yeah.
they've been using it as structure now.
So I'm going to talk over this for a little bit just because I watched something like a lot longer and more in depth about birds with sticks. They put them in so many different environments with like different sticks, and they were just like, okay, well, are they just grabbing sticks and digging stuff out of tubes? Right? They're not. They are making conscious decisions as to for like longer sticks. They create the tools with like specific angles and hooks. They have the ability to choose like the right stick. Whenever they make a tool, they hold on to it. Like they prize their better sticks. They have the ability not just to use sticks, but they set up like this dual colander system, and there's water in it. And like the food prize was in one of the tubes, and they just laid like rocks out, and like the bird knew to drop the rocks in the side that didn't have the food to raise the water level to get to the food, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
crows clearly have a thought process and an intelligence of some sort. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. It's just impressive. It's just cool. It's cool stuff.
It shows that intelligence is spread out.
It is, and there's a lot of it in octopus. To your point, like,
Yeah.
so much. But yeah, okay. So bipedal insects that somehow developed like thumbs. So we have no bugs that develop like hands, huh?
No, we don't
That's
have like
crazy.
to my knowledge. I will gladly be corrected if somebody can prove me wrong. Like has the ability to like wield tools in such a manner with like bipedal, because like the only bipedal creatures on Earth are like us and apes, correct?
Bipedal?
Like or not bipedal. I was thinking thumbs. I was thinking
thumbs,
thumbs.
yeah,
But I
believe.
misspoke. We have plenty of bipedal creatures.
Yeah.
However, but thumbs, no.
Yeah.
No.
But like,
And
when
what
you
is the
go ahead.
what do you call that though? What do you call it when you have the thumb?
It's what is that called? The thumb? Like a digit? No, there's like a technical term for having a thumb.
Posable.
I guess.
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like other features do have thumbs, but
Yeah.
the way that ours is like off to the side here
Yeah.
lets you have full movement over the palm of your hand, which
It's
makes it
the perfect
opposable.
amount of movement. I agree.
But wouldn't you think that another form of animal, if it developed the intelligence that humans had, they wouldn't have to rely on things like thumbs because they would have the natural advantages of like being that insect? Like they would have pincers strong enough to cut through steel, for example, if they were our
scaled,
size.
if they were scaled.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, just a Google thing. It says the USF researchers have now filmed ants using the spines on their forelegs to grasp and maneuver like essentially like their eggs and larvae. So they're using like a jut that's off of one of their limbs to move things. So like maybe they'll develop thumbs.
Maybe.
I think we should just wipe them all out now.
Yeah.
The ants play too important of a part of an ecosystem.
Oh yeah. Ants
no.
are kind of a big deal.
I think we could deal.
Wait, are ants becoming? Like,
Let's
are
just
they
give them the
creating
genophage.
some-
Wait, Shield, weren't you just like watching a bunch of shit about bugs? Did
He
you want
was.
to talk about bugs?
Yeah, but that was so long ago. I think they were fighting. I think I was watching them fight.
Insect combat. I get it.
No, he was watching stuff.
Oh
on
no,
bugs.
I was watching this guy build terrariums. He was like building ant terrariums and other types. Like he had other things in there.
He was watching a video just saying wasps kill them immediately.
Yeah, that probably was fighting. I liked watching that guy. He's like documenting like the survival of the ants.
Did you have something about bugs that you were wanting to like bring? I think we talked about
Are
bugs.
icky.
Yeah, dude,
I like
No, I'm
watching
fine
them.
with bugs.
I'm opposed.
I'll watch them.
I'll watch them.
Like
He says.
I used to be much more anti-bug as a kid, but now I'm just kind of like,
I don't like them near me. I don't. Yeah,
spiders are cool.
Spiders
I
are kind of crazy.
my house is filled with spiders. I don't like it.
They found your house a safe place, a safe haven.
I don't know why.
I
Why
mean,
would
the
they do
spiders keep
this?
other insects out. I'm chill.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I just don't want them near me. Just stay away from me. Be
Are
on
they
the,
daddy long
be on the
legs?
cord. No, they're not all
That'd
of them.
be so nice.
They're-
Just having some daddy
that's a
long
bunch of
legs in your house.
a bunch
that
of
nice?
different.
So Taco Bell has Cheez-Its in their Crunchwraps. Christianity's not blind faith. a majority of our known universe we can't even see because it's 80% dark matter. Bugs are probably going to get thumbs.
Probably, yeah.
People probably shouldn't know too many other people because it makes things impersonal. Valuing social media and digital experiences is less organic than inhuman conversation
To the majority.
interpersonal conversation to the majority, and
majority.
will cause the collapse of all of humanity.
Yes.
VR will eventually get picked up by some federation or government and be displayed to all of us to control us. And what else did we talk about? And we didn't talk about Putin.
There's no time. There's no time. We've been going for almost 3 hours.
Yep. So that
We're
was
not talking about Putin
that was
today.
a brief summary for you.
You missed COVID.
Stop
There was no
bringing
COVID.
up COVID.
You don't want me here for COVID.
It's actually gone. All right. I think that's about all we got for today. We're hitting that 3-hour mark, so appreciate everyone if they decided to stay around listening to that babble. Little reference there. Brandon, would you like to give us a sign off since you got it down?
I will attempt. All right. Thank you for watching. You guys can see us on pretty much anywhere, YouTube, Rumble, all podcast related places like Apple, Google, Spotify. We're not doing OnlyFans.
Just for fans.
Thank you. I hope you liked the new setup. I think it's a pretty good improvement, and bye.
Yeah. And before we completely sign off, thank you again to David and Richard for popping in.
Yes.
You guys were great.
The conversation got too stimulating.
It did. All right, everyone. Have a good one.
It's fun.
Okay. I was waiting for someone to have a hot mic moment.
It's fun.